कुशलता मंत्र हमारा, बुद्धि अपनी ताकत है। ज्ञान है गहरा, लगन है सच्ची और हाथों में हिम्मत है।
कार्य कुशलता मंत्र हमारा, बुद्धि अपनी ताकत है। ज्ञान है गहरा, लगन है सच्ची और हाथों में हिम्मत है।
इसी अस्मिता को लेकर हम भविष्य में प्रस्थान करें। इसी अस्मिता को लेकर हम भविष्य में प्रस्थान करें। उनको सम्मानित करके हम खुद का ही सम्मान करें।
अस्मिता, भारत 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 अस्मिता। ला ओ ला ओ ला ओ ला ओ ला।
हर पल है एक नई चुनौती, हर लम्हा संधि का द्वार। आओ कुछ कर जाए ऐसा, विस्मित हो जाए संसार।
हर पल है एक नई चुनौती, हर लम्हा संधि का द्वार। आओ कुछ कर जाए ऐसा, विस्मित हो जाए संसार।
महानता की परंपरा का फिर से हम उत्थान करें। महानता की परंपरा का फिर से हम उत्थान करें। उनको सम्मानित करके हम खुद का ही सम्मान करें।
अस्मिता, भारत 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 अस्मिता।
A very good afternoon, and
Am I audible, Professor Bapat?
yes, sir, you are, sir. Thank you. A very good afternoon to everyone in the audience. I would like to welcome all the respected dignitaries on this digital platform of Bharat Asmita National Puraskar 2022. Bharat Asmita National Awards was incepted in year 2005 by MIT Group of Institutions, Pune, to honor the personalities who have contributed prominently to the country and are pride of Mother India, Bharat. The award was conceptualized by Rahul V. Karar to honor these personalities to inspire the youth and take forward their legacy. My friends, this will be the 18th year of this prestigious award. In this beautiful ceremony today, we would be awarding great personalities with Bharat Asmita Jan Pratinidhi Shrestha Award, Bharat Asmita Acharya Shrestha Award, Bharat Asmita Jan Jagran Shrestha Award, Bharat Asmita Vigyan Tantragyan Shrestha Award, and Bharat Asmita Jan Jagran Shrestha in two categories, that is best use of acting or direction and best use of lyrics and music or singing. It is indeed my honor and privilege to welcome each one of you on behalf of MIT World Peace University to Bharat Asmita Rashtriya Puraskar. And I'm happy to share with all of you there that at MIT Group of Institutions for last 40 years, we have been following a glorious tradition. At every campus of MIT Group of Institutions, the day begins with the prayer, which we call as World Peace Prayer, a prayer that does not talk about any caste, creed, or religion, but prays about the well-being of entire humanity. I would like to request everyone from this digital platform to please close your eyes, fold your hands, wherever you are. Bring the image of your mother, your father, your deity in front of your eyes and wholeheartedly participate in World Peace Prayer.
प्रतिपाद्या जय जय स्वसंवेद्या आत्मरूपा देवापूति गणेशु सकलार्थमति प्रकाशु मणे निवृत्तिदासु अवधारि बोधि गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
Thank you very much. And now, as per the protocol and tradition of Bharat Asmita National Awards, I would like to request every participant of this digital platform to please rise in your seat for national song Vande Mataram. I request my technical team to kindly relay.
वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम् सुजलां सुफलां मलयज शीतलां शस्य श्यामलां मातरम् वन्दे मातरम् शुभ्रज्योत्स्ना पुलकितयामिनीं फुल्लकुसुमित द्रुमदलशोभिनीं सुहासिनीं सुमधुरभाषिणीं सुखदां वरदां मातरम् वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम्।
Thank you very much. And now it's time when I request the Honorable Vice Chancellor of MIT World Peace University, Dr. R.M. Chitnisar, to kindly address the gathering. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Bapat, sir. Namaskar and good afternoon to all of you. Today is Bharat Asmita Award 18th edition. And on behalf of our founder president, revered Dr. Vishwanath Karaj, sir, our executive president, Rahul Vishwanath Karaj, sir, all the trustees of MIT Group of Institutions, all the division heads of MIT World Peace University, deans, HOS, faculty members, staff, student, and all the invitees of all other constituent group of MITES. Gives me immense pleasure to welcome Professor Kavil Ramchandranji from Indian School of Business, Sri Padma Shri Mani Ratnamji, acclaimed filmmaker, Miss Shirin Bhanji, who is a noted journalist and TV anchor, Padma Shri Shankar Mahadevanji, renowned singer, composer and actor as well, Dr. Krishna Ella sir of Bharat Biotech, who got Padma Shri recently, and Mr. Gaurav Gogoi, Honorable Lok Sabha member of Assam. Friends, 18 years back, our executive president, Rahul Karad sir, constituted these prestigious awards under leadership of Revered Dr. Karad sir, with the seed thought that it is our duty to recognize men and women who have dedicated their lives for the creation of better society. They are the ones who have contributed in their own ways to building this nation and left lasting impressions behind for the society and humanity at large. Why the name Bharat Asmita? The name of this award ceremony is so apt and befitting that the tremendous work being done by the awardees, the term Asmita denotes pride, goes very aptly with them. So the awards are to celebrate the pride and glory of all the awardees who have spent their lives for the betterment of the people in every way they can. Now, it is a matter of pride for all of us to honor them with appreciation, admiration, and great respect. We are happy to share with today's esteemed awardees that today also happens to be the birthday of Dr. Karad sir. Let's all wish him best of the best health and happiness with a long life to keep guiding us in the years to come. For us in MIT, this day marks the rise of the son named Dr. Vishwanath Karad sir, who has been showering light on our lives for the past many decades and brightening our lives in every possible way. Finally, let's express heartiest congratulations to all the esteemed awardees of today's function and warm welcome to all who have gathered here to witness the conferment of Bharat Asmita National Awards. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Over to Dr. Bapat sir.
Thank you very much, Honorable Vice Chancellor sir. Thank you very much for setting the right tone on this 18th Bharat Asmita Rashtriya Puraskar. My friends, Bharat Asmita Rashtriya Puraskar Samiti has realized that the impetus for growth of the nation lies in inspiring the next generation of Indian leaders by recognizing their potential. This platform is taking every effort to inspire the young students by bringing them face to face with eminent personalities who have created an impact on society through their selfless work. Let us understand more about Bharat Asmita Rashtriya Puraskar through a small theme film. I request my technical team to kindly relay.
School of Government in 2005 is the brainchild of Rahul Karad, the executive president of MIT World Peace University. His idea of recognizing and celebrating deserving Indian nationals in the exemplary work they do in various domains and contributed meaningfully towards nation building was ably supported by visionary educationist and founder president of MIT WPU, Professor Dr. Vishwanath D. Karad. Late Mr. T. N. Seshan, former CEC, Dr. Raghunath Mashelkar, eminent scientist, and Dr. Vijay Bhatkar, noted computer scientist. Today, the award is regarded as one of the highly prestigious awards of the country and has augmented manifold in terms of reputation and stature since its inception. The award is meant to acknowledge the selfless and awe-inspiring feats of leaders from the field of management education, journalism and mass media, and politics, and have made this world a better place to live in for generations to come.
करके अपना कर्मों में जो रत रहता, हर मुश्किल में बढ़ता जाए कर्मयोगी वो कहलाता।
तन मन अर्पण करके अपना कर्मों में जो रत रहता, हर मुश्किल में बढ़ता जाए कर्मयोगी जो कहलाता।
सपूत ये भारत के सपूत ये भारत के आओ, इनको स्फूर्ति स्थान करे। सपूत ये भारत के आओ, उनको स्फूर्ति स्थान करे। उनको सम्मानित करके हम खुद का ही सम्मान करें।
अस्मिता, भारत 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 अस्मिता।
कार्य कुशलता मंत्र हमारा, बुद्धि अपनी ताकत है। ज्ञान है गहरा, लगन है सच्ची और हाथों में हिम्मत है।
कार्य कुशलता मंत्र हमारा, बुद्धि अपनी ताकत है। ज्ञान है गहरा, लगन है सच्ची और हाथों में हिम्मत है।
इसी अस्मिता को लेकर हम इसी अस्मिता को लेकर हम भविष्य में प्रस्थान करें। इसी अस्मिता को लेकर हम भविष्य में प्रस्थान करें। उनको सम्मानित करके हम खुद का ही सम्मान करें।
अस्मिता, भारत 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 अस्मिता।
Bharat Asmita National Awards will continue to honor the personalities for the years to come.
What a beautiful film. Thank you very much, team, for putting together a very, very beautiful and insightful film, I would say. Thank you very much for that. My friends, Sri Rahul V. Karat, the founder and convener and the executive president of MIT World Peace University, always says, and I quote, "The purpose behind Bharat Asmita National Awards is recognizing excellence and pointing the receptive youth in the direction of selfless social service and contributing to nation building. We are certain that awardees will continue to provide inspiration to the future generations." Unquote. On this note, I would like to request my technical team to kindly relay a small introductory film on convener of Bharat Asmita National Awards, managing trustee and executive president of MAEER's MIT and executive president of MIT World Peace University, Sri Rahul V. Karat.
A good idea is 10% inspiration and 90% implementation. A reflection of this is the multifaceted Managing Trustee and Executive President, MIT World Peace University, Rahul Karat. Rahul Karaj, a motivation for the youth, a perspective for the commoners, a guide for the dreamers. He has been a pioneer in many of the initiatives conducted by MIT WPU. Rahul is a man with excellent vision and clear thought process in each and every issue, may it be student politics, justice, democracy, or history. A Harvard alumnus, he started his journey as Executive Director of MIT Pune in 2001. He single-mindedly focused on advancing the inherited vision and mission of his academician father, revered Professor Dr. Vishwanath Karad, founder of the MAEER's MIT group of institutions, who initiated the new wave of education in engineering in the private sector through MAEER's MIT Pune, Bharat. Not only that, but he has also built the biggest dome in the world at Loni, Maharashtra to spread the message of peace and unity. Rahul has carried forward such a great legacy, which resulted in a successful expansion of MIT Pune, Bharat.
I look at you as a leader in your own area. Please influence those number of other guys who have that sense of belongingness for the country, the mother India.
Rahul is known for his very deep-rooted patriotism and was always inspired by the famous quote of Gandhiji, "Be the change you wish to see in the world." Why no educated Indian parent ever dreams of their children pursuing politics and public life as a serious career option? Rahul Karad, the founder and executive president of MIT School of Government, Pune, gave the seed thought of this unique vision. And MIT SOG became the first institution of political education and leadership in India. Haryana, Bihar, Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, Goa. In this regard, MIT WPU is actively organizing various social initiatives to impact society by germinating the seed thought for social responsibilities within students, women, teachers, political and administrative leaders to the issues relevant to the world. Rahul Karad is the face of New Bharat, the young Bharat.
Thank you very much for that film, and it is now indeed my honor and privilege to invite the convener of Bharat Asmita National Award, Managing Trustee and Executive President of MIT and Executive President of MIT World Peace University, Shri Rahul V. Karad. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Professor, for that generous introduction. Janani Janma Bhumisha Swargadapi Gariyasi. Behalf of the bodies of trustees and the chairman of Bharat Asmita National Awards Committee, Shri R.A. Mashelkarji, all the other respected members, Padma Bhushan, Dr. Vijay Bhatkarji, Dr. Shyam Benegalji, Shri Nadir Godrejji, Madam Ritu Prakash Chavriyaji, and of course our beloved founder, Dr. Vishwanath Karad, with his blessings, this very idea of Bharat Asmita National Awards we could establish in the year 2005. I welcome all the award winners of today's program. I wish to truly congratulate and compliment these great visionaries, leaders who impacted positively, so much in their lifetime at the national and international level. I want to make a mention about Professor Dr. Kabil Ramachandranji. No words to express my happiness, Professor. Long back, we had a little chat, and you are one such individual who basically initiated the family constitution concept in our country and at the international level also. As we all know that 80% businesses are very well run and activated by the various families in India or abroad. But Professor Ramcharan is one such individual that in our country, particularly management education, also we started quite late compared to the Western world. But he is one such man. I think that backlog he could cover up in the area of family business. Sir, I want to welcome you on behalf of all the members and everybody. You are truly genius and truly worthy of this very word, the Bharat Asmita, and the egoless pride what we continuously trying to convey last 17 years through this exercise of establishment of Bharat Asmita National Awards. Thank you, Professor Kabil Ramchandranji. I want to welcome and congratulate another great visionary leader, Dr. Krishna Ilaji. The man whom we know last 2 years in the pandemic scenario, not just our country but worldwide. This very company, the way they produce so many vaccines and supplied at the various levels with the support of the government and various other bodies. I think Dr. Krishna Ilaji, I'm very, very thankful that your contribution, this country, the world is recognizing, and in a sense, you are honoring us. And in this period, in the human history, we all have gone through such a typical crucial situation. And I think you are like a god. I must say that, when there are other companies also contributed well, but I think your institution, Bharat Biotech, this name is very well known in the country. We are very, very thankful that this very message today will definitely sensitize many youth in my institutions and nationally also through social media. Though we wanted to conduct this very ceremony here at our place, but as we know, with the situations and the COVID norms, we could not do. But I'm very, very thankful, Dr. Krishna Ilaji, for participating today in this very important program. I also want to say that very generously, we have some token of amount which we give it to confer to all the award winners. And Dr. Krishna Ila, he said that he want to donate rather another 5 lakh rupees from his institution to some of those needy students. So I'm really thankful for this gesture, Dr. Krishna Ila. Another, the great lady, I want to say, Madam Shirin Bhan. We all know she's a very popular face on the news channels. At such an early age, she started her career, and various forums she has sensitized the youngsters. And through the this Bharat Asmita Jana Jagrana Award, we felt that we must recognize her contribution. Madam Shirin, I think we are very happy that you are going to receive this award today, and you accepted to be a part of this very movement and convey your message to our students and the other students of the country, the youngsters. So I'm very, very glad, Madam Shirin Bhan. Another important leader, Mr. Gaurav Gogoi. We know that this surname is very famous, not just because of his father, Mr. Tarun Gogoiji, but he is another very important leader, a rising star. And as we know, this is very award we established through this MIT School of Government, the first school of India to develop the future politicians. And this was my inspiration, Mr. Gaurav, that those 15, 20 young leaders in the year 2005, 2002, 2003, I came across one article in the newspaper Times of India. And all those 25, 27 years, some 15, 18 MPs I saw that time. And that was inspiration. And that time my age was the same. And when I saw the qualifications of all these people, I felt that we must start once at school. And in the year 2005, Bharat Asmita National Award was also established. And in the year 2005, the India's first school to develop the future politicians, MIT School of Government, we could establish. Over 500 students have come out, 6 have become MLAs, and various other political parties, office bearers, they have evolved. And I'm very hopeful that in the days to come, many qualified, competent, and ethical MPs, MLAs, ministers will come out of this school. So I'm very glad, Mr. Gogoi, we have a great hope and expectations that our democracy definitely is in the right hand. Thank you, Mr. Gaurav. Another great visionary, I think he doesn't need any introduction, Shri Mani Ratnam Sahab. From at a very early age, I saw many of his movies, from Bombay to Roja and Iruvar, and many Tamil movies, and in Bollywood also he created a great impact. But I must say that cinema, I look at, my dear friends, as a great tool, and I see a lot of similarity between the university and the cinema and the movies, because the canvas of any such medium, when it goes through the television or cinema theaters, I think it has a huge impact on the society. And Mani Ratnam Sahab, always any producer director, he need to think 10 times when he's making the film. I know some other film producer directors. It's not an easy task. And particularly when want to create some historic movie or the movie which truly sensitize the youngsters of the society in the direction of patriotism or such areas of society, I think it is not easy. And you have shown that courage, Mani Ratnam Sahab. I think it's a great contribution of yours, and you have given the great assets to our country, I must say, through these such creations of many such important films. And we have the film school. Mr. Jabbar Patel is a great visionary, another leader. He's a chairman of our school. Shabana ji and many other film producers and some such. And we feel that cinema can become a great important tool. The Raj Kapoor family, the great Raj Kapoor family, Krishna ji donated one very important land to our beloved founder and our institution in the year 2000, and where we have constructed this huge dome, the biggest dome of the world, which unifies science and spirituality. A very unique vision our founder conveyed to the world, that how do we imbibe this very thought of science and spirituality so that we can create a better graduates for the future of the country and the world. So someday we will request you to come, brother. This event, very Bharat Asmita National Awards, the 18th award, we wanted to conduct in that very historic dome of World Peace Dome, where 54 statues of saints, scientists, philosophers, and founders of all the religions, and many other such important visionaries. And our founder believes that these people have laid the foundation for humanity, how to live and how not to live. And we are trying to follow little path, what he has shown some 4 decades before to our institution. This is a large charitable trust with some 60,000 students, various institutions and universities and colleges. And among those, some 20-30 important private professional education groups in the country. And we are committed, Mr. Mani Ratnam, that we want to really do meaningful work. And I'm very glad and emotional today that you have today accepted this very important award. Thank you, Mr. Mani Ratnam. Another visionary and the very popular Shankar Mahadevan ji, whom we know that music is such one thing that our founder always says that संगीत के माध्यम से ईश्वर दर्शन होता है. तो मुझे लगता है शंकर महादेवन जी, आपने आपके इतने छोटे उम्र से लेके अभी तक महाराष्ट्र में, महाराष्ट्र के बाहर और राष्ट्रीय लेवल के ऊपर बॉलीवुड में हो, मराठी फिल्म इंडस्ट्री में भी हो, तो जिस तरीके का काम और जिस तरीके के क्रिएशंस आपने किए, मैं आपको कॉम्प्लीमेंट करता हूँ, कॉन्ग्रेचुलेट करता हूँ. And without taking too long, there are just 2-3 important points I feel that this 75 years of independence, we are going through this very year, as we all know that. And Bharat is one such word, Bharat Asmita National Awards. Today I remember the great, another important leader, Shri T.N. Seshan, the former Chief Election Commissioner, Shri T.N. Seshan ji, for the first time, this idea I shared with him, that Mr. Seshan, we wish to establish one such award. Our founder wished to establish some award. And I went to Chennai and we had a great meeting, and he said, Rahul, what can be the name? And yes, I want to be a part of it. And then we came up with this terminology, the Bharat Asmita. So what is the meaning? Then he said, in South India, we don't know Bharat Asmita. What is the exact meaning? The Asmita word. Asmita is a Sanskrit word, which is a very, but then he said, yes, egoless pride and so many things. So I today, almost this journey of 18 years, and later on Dr. Mashelkar ji and Dr. Bhatkar ji, all of them, they supported this very concept, and because of their efforts and blessings, I must say, today we could establish this award very beautifully. And this particular 75th year of independence, I look at it and I have been trying to convey to the students and the society at large that what are those important changes or amendments we must do so that the generations further, there was a, the British Raj, before that also so many people invaded us, and the whole Indian history, we all know that. So I said that long back, that there are many cities' names we have changed, many such other names also we have changed. Some people say, what way these things are going to help? But my feeling is, the India name is given, my father Rahul is given this name by my father, or anybody for that matter, the name is given by the family. Can we, after 75 years, can we start saying that Bharat everywhere? The Bombay is now said to be Mumbai, or Chennai, Madras was a British time name, and Bangalore to Bengaluru. Various such names have changed. And my feeling is, how do we really convey to the younger generation that, so that they really carry that true pride for our country, that we are now always last 15-20 year journey. When I look at it, my dear friends, that all the time we look at the developed economies, that what they do, then we try to copy them. So I think that is not good approach all the time. So we have to truly give a pride to our own society and the people and the youngsters and the students and the demographic dividend, that we are the original thinkers and we have to be really creative. And I think through this exercise, my dear friends, a lot of innovations and creativity can, truly, that the mindset change, the colonial mindset thinking, how do we really change? That's what also I have a feeling that we have to truly think our education system, the new education policy has to think. They have made a lot of changes, and we as education center, we have doing a lot of experiments here, my dear friends. And I think this is one such thing that, the India name, how can we change to Bharat? So this is one appeal through this very platform also I'm making to all the award winners, also all the students and all the body members and the government also, that we need to really think. And another important thing I am saying, that the 15th of August we celebrate as Independence Day, my dear friends. And even in this independence word also, Professor Bhatkar I can see, and many other luminaries I can see, Ritu Chhabriyaji, when I say that I have given independence to somebody, so I get a feeling, who am I to give the independence to some person? हम कोई कुत्ते बिल्ली है कि हम कौन है, हमें कौन इंडिपेंडेंस दे सकता है? We are such a self-liberated country. We have such a great history, legacy. I think Dr. Bhatkar can speak a lot on this. Our founder himself, he's such a visionary. He can speak on this. So, and that's how the Bharat Asmita National Awards. So here also I'm proposing that the 15th of August, the Independence Day, also we should, this is not a day to celebrate and make Diwali. The Britishers left and we got this thing. I think this is a remembrance day. We all have to really remember the sacrifices of those people and really come out with those emotions, my dear friends, on such dates of the importance. So can we change this name, even 15th August as Independence Day to National Day? That is also one thought I'm just throwing in front of all of you. From Pandit Nehruji to Prime Minister Modi ji, so much work has happened, my dear friends. The diaspora in between was sensitized by our Honorable Prime Minister worldwide. He visited. And how do we, really make a use of this diaspora also is also one feeling in my mind. Last 2-3 years, I'm working on that idea also. There are some 20-25,000 Indian origin academia, professor, researchers, scientists in United States. And now we as a global society. So how do we really make the bridge and, develop our education system to the next level and come out with a new version for the society? So many things can be said, but once again, I want to compliment all those members and the awards whom we are conferring today. I want to thank the advisory board of our Bharat Asmita National Awards. And of course, I want to lastly say thankful to Dr. Mashelkar ji, because of his efforts last 10 years. I think so much improvement in this Bharat Asmita National Awards. We could achieve this level today. And last but not the least, our beloved founder, who gave a great vision to our country, that one such professional institution called as MIT World Peace University, wherein we want to create some such holistic graduates who can truly make an impact and influence the society and have that purpose for the life in their career. So once again, I'm thankful, and Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for addressing the gathering, sir. It is really a good fortune that under your leadership, the nation has seen the emergence of the first ever school for developing the future political leadership in India, the MIT School of Government. A school standing on a firm foundation and belief that trained political leadership can change the course of progress of Bharat. This seed thought of yours has given birth to the platforms like Bharatiya Chhatra Sansad, National Teachers Congress, National Conference on Media and Journalism, National Women's Parliament, World Health Parliament, International Symposium on Law and Peace, and Sarpanch Sansad, and many more. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much indeed for your guidance and your leadership and the path that you are showing us. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. My friends, it is time that we move forward with the most awaited part of this function. Bharat Asmita National Awards also finds its true relevance in the thoughts of Sri Rahul Vikara. He always says that the British act of withdrawing themselves from India was a response to the brave resolve of Indians to practice Purna Swaraj for themselves. Sri Rahul Vikara also urges all Indians to resolve to revive the spirit of Bharat, which has always been Swatantrata in its spirit, thoughts, and actions. It is time to demonstrate the indomitable force of Bharatiyatva, to unshackle the remains of colonial thinking and practices from everyday lives of all Indians. More to these thoughts, Bharat Asmita Rashtriya Puraskar Samiti has awarded many such personalities who have demonstrated strong commitment towards Bharatiyatva. My friends, since its inception, Bharat Asmita Rashtriya Puraskar Samiti has awarded many great personalities like Professor Ajit Ranganekarji, Dr. Shrikant Datarji, Shri Jyotiraditya Scindiaji, Shri Anurag Singh Thakurji, Kiren Rijijuji, Dr. Shekhar Gupta, Shri Chetan Bhagatji, Shri Rajkumar Hiraniji, Gulzarji, and many such great personalities like Shekhar Mandeji, Dr. Kiran Muzumdar Shawji, and many such personalities have come and witnessed and guided the audience of Bharat Asmita Rashtriya Puraskar. It is indeed our honor and privilege to begin with the ceremony of 18th Bharat Asmita Rashtriya Puraskar. It is indeed my honor and privilege to share with everyone in the audience that the very first award that we would be giving today would be Bharat Asmita Janak Pratinidhi Shreshta Puraskar, the best young exponent of parliamentary practices. And it is indeed my honor and privilege to share with you that today we have with us Honorable Member of Parliament to Lok Sabha and Deputy Leader of Indian National Congress Lok Sabha, Shri Gaurav Gogoiji, on whom we would be bestowing this award. I would like to request my technical team to kindly relay a small film made on life and work of Shri Gaurav Gogoiji.
Shri Gaurav Gogoi is a young leader from the state of Assam in northeast India, presently serving his second term as Member of Parliament. In the current 17th Lok Sabha, he serves as the Deputy Leader of the Congress Party. Shri Gogoi holds Masters in Public Administration from New York University and Bachelor of Technology degree from Guru Gobind Singh Indraprastha University. He is a member of the Parliamentary Standing Committee on Finance, the Joint Committee on Biological Diversity, Amendment Bill 2021, and the Committee on Government Assurances. He was also a member of the Joint Committee on the Personal Data Protection Bill 2019. Shri Gogoi is a passionate advocate for environmental causes, which is reflected in his convenership of the Members of Parliament Group for Clean Air. He is also the chair for the Parliamentarians Group for Children, which is aimed at advancing the well-being and rights of children. In addition to this, he leads the efforts to revamp parliamentarians' engagement with critical foreign policy issues in India. Shri Gogoi has also served as a policy aide with the Permanent Mission of India to the United Nations in New York and volunteered on various projects in Cambodia, Palestine, and the United States. In 2015, he was recognized as a young global leader by the World Economic Forum. He is considered as a passionate leader representing national and constituency concerns at the Parliament of India. We warmly welcome Shri Gaurav Gogoi.
Thank you very much much for that video, and I'm sure Shri Gogoiji would remember that he has addressed, and I would like to once again thank him, because in the year 2015, he interacted personally with the batch of MIT School of Government in New Delhi. Thank you very much for that day, sir. We still remember. My friends, it is now my honor and privilege to read the citation of honor being presented to Shri Gaurav Gogoiji. Bharat Asmita National Shreshtha Award for the Best Young Exponent of Parliamentary Practices. Shri Gaurav Gogoiji is young leader from the state of Assam in Northeast India, presently serving his second term as the Member of Parliament. He has been very active on many fronts. He served as a policy aide with the Permanent Mission of India in the United Nations in New York and volunteered on various projects in Cambodia, Palestine, and United States. His zeal for environmental causes is reflected in his convenership of the members of the Parliament Group of Clean Air. His key interests lies in economics, ecology, international relations, and youth development. Shri Gaurav Gogoi is one of the youngest and the most promising political leaders in decades. In recognition of his untiring efforts to the developmental initiatives, conservation of ecology, and strengthening the social justice ideology, Shri Gaurav Gogoi has been chosen today on the 3rd February 2022 to be conferred upon the Bharat Asmita Janapratinidhi Shreshtha Award for the Best Young Exponent of Parliamentary Practices by MIT World Peace University, Pune. Signed, Bharat Asmita National Awards Committee, Chairman Dr. Raghunath A. Mashelkar, Executive Chairman Professor Dr. Vishwashanti D. Karad, Members Dr. Vijay P. Bhatkar, Dr. Shyam Benegal, Shri Nadir Godrej, Madam Ritu Prakash Chhabria-ji, and Founder and Convener Rahul V. Karad. Thank you very much, Shri Gaurav Gogoi sir. Thank you very much for accepting this award. We all are keen to listen to your address. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. First of all, let me extend my deepest and most humble gratitude to the members of the award selection committee, comprising of many eminent personalities, for bestowing this great honor upon me. And secondly, let me also extend my deepest congratulations to the fellow awardees who are extremely august personalities, tremendous achievers and icons. The Shri Rahul Karad in his opening remarks spoke about them as well. Dr. Krishna Ella ji, Mani Ratnam ji, Dr. Ramachandran ji, Shireen and others as well. So I think I'm in very august company, and I feel this is a tremendous honor that MIT WPU has bestowed upon me. And I do remember interacting with the students of the university actually at my own residence, and it was a wonderful interaction. And through that interaction, I could see that the MIT WPU is playing a fantastic role in motivating young minds to think differently. And I saw glimpses of the vision, of a very brilliant vision in the opening remarks of Shri Rahul Karadji. And I extend my best wishes. I do hope that the university continues on its journey of inspiring people, young India, to think in a new, innovative, and at the same time in a very traditional manner. I think India is at a crossroads right now. We are at a very critical juncture of the world. It's a transition that we have to plan to, a transition to a greener society, a transition to a more technology, and say a more technology integrated society. And and as we transition, I think it's very important that we manage this transition, because if we don't set ourselves on the right trajectory, if we don't give ourselves the right benchmarks, then we might go astray, and then we might lose valuable time that we need to invest in our country and in our society. And I think no, an educational institution is the best place to prepare our young minds for the world that they're going to see. And I think it's very important that at such a juncture that we give them we remind them of certain basic human values that should not disappear. The world can continue to change, but basic values of decency, sincerity, patience, and humility should never change. And I fear that in this transition, as there's more and more advent of social media, we as a society collectively tend to be a lot more impatient. We tend to disagree more, and we tend to listen less. And I think it's very important that we are open and inclusive, and that we are able to listen to each other and be patient with each other. I think we have to understand that we need not rush and be so hasty. And I think that's a very important concept, because in this today's era of social media, it's so easy to get caught up in us versus them. There is no us and them, there is we. And we, the people of India, have the right to think differently, have the right to practice our respective faiths. We have the right to fraternize in our communities. The values which are enshrined in our constitution of liberty, equality, fraternity, justice. I think these are very important values that are enshrined in the constitution. And I think if we remain true to our values, then we will always prosper as a nation and as a society. The very way a corporate entity or an educational institution always reminds itself of what its core values are, and it always communicates those core values to its members and colleagues and peers. I think it's very necessary that we repeatedly go back to what our values are of liberty, equality, justice, and fraternity. And I think there in our constitution, it is broad enough to hold all of us together. And as was said yesterday in the speech by Rahul Gandhi ji, that we are a union of states, and each of our states, whether it's the north, the south, and I come from the northeast, and I understand the feeling of coming from a part of India that does not get talked about much, or even if it gets talked about, it often gets couched in terms of insurgency and violence. That we feel as being from that part of India, that we are Indians as well, and we are part of the national and collective idea and identity of India. And at the same time, the Northeast has its own special place, and so does the South and the North and the West. Every part of India is unique. So again, I have, I think a tremendous amount of responsibility that I feel today as an account of receiving this award. And I again would like to thank the members of the Executive Award Selection Committee, and my best wishes to my fellow awardees, and my best wishes to Rahul Karad and to Dr. Vishwanath Karad as well, and to the entire community at MIT WPU. Thank you very much. Have a very nice day.
Thank you very much. I'm sure your work and your personality will keep guiding everyone in time to come. Thank you very much for being part of this ceremony today and accepting the award. Thank you very much, sir. Now it is indeed my honor and privilege to welcome on this digital dais Padma Bhushan, father of Param Supercomputer of India, educationist and chancellor of Nalanda University, and member of Bharat Asmita National Awards Selection Committee, Dr. Vijay P. Bhatkarji. I request my technical team to kindly relay a small film made on life and work of Dr. Vijay P. Bhatkar.
Padma Bhushan Dr. Vijay Bhatkar is an internationally acclaimed scientist and educationist of India. He is best known as the architect of India's national initiative in supercomputing, where he led the development of India's first supercomputer Param in 1990. Dr. Vijay Bhatkar is currently the Chancellor of Nalanda University. He was the Chairman of the Board of Governors of IIT Delhi from 2012 to 2017. He is also the Chancellor of India International Multiversity. Dr. Bhatkar has served as a member of the Scientific Advisory Committee to the Prime Minister, member of the Governing Council of CSIR, and was a member of the IT Task Force constituted by the Prime Minister in 1998. He has been honored with the Padma Bhushan in 2015. We are honored to welcome Padma Bhushan Dr. Vijay Bhatkar.
Thank you very much for that film. I now request Sir to kindly address the gathering.
Today is a great day, an incredible day in the life of an incredible person. We are meeting in the campus of World Peace University, which is named after Reverend Professor Vishwanath Karad. This name has a special meaning for me, for many of us here. Here is a place, here is a person who established a chain of educational universities, institutions, not only institutions, but also the university, not only one university, but 4 and 5 universities in one's lifetime. It's a great day in the life of a human who has contributed so much to education. When Professor Vishwanath Karad's name comes, another, I think, the sound which rings in my ears is the synthesis of science and spirituality. This grand synthesis which we are taught, which none other than Krishna himself enunciated in Bhagavad Gita, in the chapter 7 of this grand synthesis of science and spirituality. And that is the word, I think, comes again and again before us when Professor Vishwanath Karad starts addressing us. Today is one very important day for that, because that synthesis in Bhagavad Gita has been enunciated so strongly that, knowing which, if you want to know something, then try to know this synthesis of science and grand synthesis of science and spirituality, knowing which nothing remains to be known. And that is a statement, that is a promise. I think such is the enunciation of Professor Vishwanath Karad again and again on this campus. And I remember these words. Today, of course, we are celebrating many individuals, many great people. Whenever the Professor Vishwanath Karad's birthday comes in, we have this Bharat Asmita Awards, of which Professor Rahul Karad talked to us, the importance of these awards, how they were set up, and how they are continuing to be celebrating the great individuals coming from great people who need to be celebrated from our country, so-called Bharat Asmita Awards. Today is one such day, and I think we have begun celebrating these awards for this year. And I am very proud of what has been said now, and one after another, they will, I think, relay to us their response to these great awards. I would say that I remember, I think we're looking at Professor Vishwanath Karad in front of me now. I'm remembering the great occasion which we had. We are just coming, we are rather say that celebrating the life of Professor Vishwanath Karad. But more important was the great temple that has been established in Badrinath. We had occasion together to go, and some of us from Maharashtra converged to the Badrinath, and I think it was the idea of Professor Vishwanath Karad to establish I think, re-establish this idea which came when we traveled to Badrinath, that there should be a Saraswati temple, the grand Saraswati temple that celebrates, I think, the great civilization, not only a civilization and culture of this great nation, which was established years back by, I think, when we went there, the idol was established, and that place, when we had imagined that would be known one day for the great, what they call the knowledge civilization of the world, of India, of the world itself. So we are just coming from that, and I feel that that is a great milestone in one's life. I think whosoever will visit that place, whosoever will be continue to visit that place, that this is a place of a grand synthesis of science and spirituality, which will be celebrated as a grand knowledge confluence. And we remember those days, those moments when this Saraswati temple was established, and this will be celebrated as the grand the arrival of India, I think, on the map of the earth itself. Anyway, there are so many things to be said. It was a great celebration for us, sir. Traveling Professor Vishwashanti Karat. Every moment I remember, when we converged to that place, established a great grand temple, and re-established or resurrected that civilization. This one, and will be ever remembered. Professor Vishwashanti Karat, sir, I think it's a grand, those days, I think when we traveled there first, and then when we celebrated there, the temple was established, and it was actually once again the rising of the great civilization for the world, the knowledge civilization of the world. Today we are, of course, celebrating this Bharat Asmita Awards. Bharat Asmita is special meaning, Asmita, that identifies I think, the signature of India, the knowledge civilization of the world, first knowledge civilization of the world. Today, once again, we are identified as has been told to us, the great people which must be celebrated this year, and we began that celebration. I think each person needs to be celebrated. We have been doing this year after year. Once again, today we'll be identifying and looking at their life, which will be inspiration to the people, the youngsters, the students who are studying, and also for the teachers, kind of thing. So the day today, that day has come, and 3rd, I think, March, Professor Vishwashanti Karat to be remembered is a great. Sorry, 3rd February, the day to be remembered for us. This one, and to establish a new culture of education and culture and synthesis of science and spirituality. I'm not seeing Professor Vishwanath. I think just there before me. Yes, sir. I was thinking, Professor Karat there. Sir, I remember you again. I think this great day which has been established, and Rahul, congratulations for really, I think, bringing this day to life every year like this, and celebrating great people from India who will be, I think, the inspiration to our students all over India. This one. So once again, I'm very pleased to listen to each will be your thoughts, all the people who will be celebrated today. And today particularly, I remember the coming of, I think, the triumph of India's science and technology by developing what we are talking. We'll be celebrating Bharat Biotech, a great accomplishment, which in a very short time, and which have made, I think, in a way, saved a great population for not only for India, but for many countries of the world by sharing our technological science and technology know-how. There are many great people who will be celebrated as they are here. I'm also very pleased to see what Padma Bhushan Ela's contribution, Krishna Ela's contribution in a very short time, which made a grand name for India in science and technology, and particularly in medicine and the world. There are many other people who will be celebrating, but most importantly, I think I would say in a few words, we are celebrating a Grand Reverend Professor Vishwanath Karad. I think here today, a very special day for not only these institutions, but establishing a stellar example that what one can accomplish in one's lifetime in the field of education, in the field of value education, in the field of synthesis of science and spirituality. What can one can accomplish in one's lifetime, and what can be the great inspiration that is called value-based education. So Professor Vishwanath Karad, I'd like to salute you from here, what you accomplished, and what you will continue to, I think, etch your signature in the field of education in India. Once again, I think to great day, 18th edition of this these awards, one after another, year after year after, they have been radiating, I think, the contributions of India into education, and new benchmarks you are writing from one after other, several universities. So once again, sir, congratulations, thank you, salute to you for what you accomplished, and salute to Rahul. So I think taking it to newer and newer heights every year. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Vijay Bhatkar sir. Thank you very much for your words of wisdom. You have always been showing us the right path towards success. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Going forward, my friends, it is now time when we present the next award in this ceremony, Bharat Asmita Acharya Shrestha Puraskar. And it is indeed my honor and privilege to share with you that this year the award will be bestowed upon Professor Kavil Ramachandranji, the Professor of Entrepreneurship, Practice and Senior Advisor of Thomas Smitheni Center for Family Enterprise, Indian School of Business. I request my technical team to kindly relay a small film made on life and work of Professor Kavil Ramachandran.
It's not about teaching entrepreneurship, but encouraging students to become entrepreneurs.
Dr. Kavil Ramachandran is widely known for his academic and institution building initiatives on entrepreneurship and family business fronts.
I found that family business is such an important part of Indian economy. Nobody was working in this area. So 2003 onwards, we started building up our activities in family business.
He has been a professor of family business, entrepreneurship and strategy, and has 36 years of combined experience as an academic at the Indian School of Business and the Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad. He did his PhD from Cranfield University, UK, and has done research in family business, entrepreneurship and strategy. Has authored, edited 7 books, several book chapters, and published extensively in reputed Indian and overseas journals. He has presented research papers at all major international conferences and delivered keynote speeches at business and academic conferences in Asia and Europe. He has authored several case studies, interacted with several well-known family business leaders and global experts, and has consulted on transformation of family business. He has taught family business at universities in Germany, UK, and Switzerland.
We found that one major challenge is to prepare the younger generation to take up the challenges, to take up the responsibilities of leading the family business.
He is a frequent speaker to communities of family businesses in India and abroad, and writes for business and popular media regularly. He has served on various advisory committees of the Government of India, World Bank, and Securities and Exchange Board of India. His book, The 10 Commandments for Family Business, has been considered as one of the best books in this area. He has been a pioneer, academic entrepreneur, propagating the message of strengthening family business in India and outside. We warmly welcome Dr. Kavil Ramachandran.
Thank you very much for that film. And now it is indeed my honor and privilege to read the citation of honor. Professor Kavil Ramachandran, Professor of Entrepreneurship Practice and Senior Advisor of Thomas Mitheney's Center for Family Enterprise, Indian School of Business. Bharat Asmita Acharya Shrestha Puraskar Award for the Best Teacher in Management. Professor Kavil Ramachandran is widely known for his academic and institution building activities and entrepreneurship and family business fronts, and until recently served as the Executive Director of the Thomas Mitheney Center for Family Enterprise at the Indian School of Business. He has excellence in mentoring and guiding young members of many business families, and even conceptualized and initiated to offer an MBA level program for the next generation in family business while at ISB. Professor Kavil has also served on the various committees of the Government of India, the World Bank, the Securities and Exchange Board of India, SEBI. For his outstanding contribution to the field of management and setting new grounds into his field, MIT World Peace University, Pune is privileged today on the 3rd of February 2022 to bestow upon Professor Kavil Ramachandran the Bharat Asmita Acharya Shrestha Award for the Best Teacher in Management. Signed, Bharat Asmita National Awards Committee Chairman Dr. Raghunath Mashelkar, Executive Chairman Professor Dr. Vishwashanti D. Karad, Founder and Convener Rahul V. Karad. Thank you very much, Professor Kavil Ramachandran. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much for that very, very generous introduction. Honorable Professor Dr. Vishwanath Karad, Dr. R.M. Chitnis, Dr. R.M. Mashelkar, Mr. Rahul Karad, Dr. Vijay Bhatkar, fellow award winners, distinguished guests, and my dear friends. I feel highly honored and humbled by this coveted award, and proud to be part of the list of eminent personalities receiving awards today. As a child, I was deeply influenced by the teachings of Mahatma Gandhi and Swami Vivekananda. Their services to society, Gandhiji's principles of trusteeship and respect, Swami Vivekananda's values of selfless karma and determination, all inspired and moved me so deeply that to this day, they guide my life's work. I decided that I wanted to be a teacher when I was still a youngish college student. And so I set out to achieve this goal. My scholastic journey leading me to study and work at some great educational institutions in India and abroad. I had also decided early on in my life that I wanted to live in India. And so soon after my PhD, I joined the Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad, as a faculty member. For me, it was a dream come true to belong to this great institution that pioneered management education in India. I also discovered that IIM was not just a business school, but an establishment that served the professional management needs of all constituents of the economy. I believe that IIM Ahmedabad has always been an agent of change. And it was there that I truly realized the significance of creating a strong foundation with shared purpose. As I reflect on the 15 years I spent at IIM, I recall some practices that particularly helped me grow as a teacher and academic, and that I believe are essential for institution building, including respect for every individual, and the absence of a heavy hierarchical structure for the organization. This meant that we planned and executed policies and programs well, since each of us was driven by our commitment to the institution's mission. We also believed in giving equal importance to both theory and practice and adapted concepts to suit the Indian context. The next significant chapter of my life began with the Indian School of Business when I joined there in 2001 as a founding faculty. ISB was set up by visionary leaders from business and academia in India as well as outside. And I was part of this dream, formulating appropriate policies and processes to set up this global quality institution in India. We were all committed to offering excellence in everything we did. ISB gave me the freedom to explore and innovate, first as the leader of the Center for Entrepreneurship, and later as an internal entrepreneur to set up the Thomas Mitani Center for Family Enterprise. Here again, clarity of purpose, shared values, and clear strategy enabled us to emerge over the years as one of the best such centers in this part of the world. I've always believed that academic entrepreneurship flourishes in institutions that provide a conducive environment, and this has been true for me. Let me take a minute to talk about family business, because in this speech about teaching and institution building, I would be remiss if I did not mention this very integral aspect of India's story. I discovered that family businesses with a long history across generations provided a unique opportunity to study the process of institution building. We soon started educating business families in India and neighboring countries on the various aspects of professionalization and family governance. And we recognized that without that, the family businesses would not get transformed. I have realized that with all organizations, academic and non-academic, family or non-family controlled, it is their complete commitment to the practice of stewardship value that enabled them to grow and become long-lasting institutions. Members of such institutions believe in the value of responsibility to all stakeholders. They set standards of excellence and innovation. And all those associated with such institutions directly or indirectly feel proud of them. These institutions are unique in a number of ways, and they are not easy to be copied. We are always proud to be part of that rich heritage. Despite the gloom prevailing all around the globe now, because of the turbulence on the socio-political, economic, technological, or other fronts, we have institutions such as the IIMs and ISBs that give us hope. We also have institutions such as the MIT World Peace University and its affiliates that are making waves of change. All of us have a responsibility to preserve what we have inherited and pass it over to the next generation for the good of the society and humanity at large, because we are part of it. The Bhagavad Gita had taught us about the arrival of a Messiah to lead us. There are elements of the Messiah in all of us. Let's do our bit. I'm hopeful because I believe in humanity and our responsibility to the future generations. Thank you again and best wishes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for addressing the gathering. Thank you very much. My friends, it is indeed my honor and privilege to share with you that today we have a galaxy of awardees whose life and work is indeed, I would say, something that we all can look up to and follow in our lives. Thank you very much, sir, once again for addressing the gathering. I would now like to request the co-founder and managing trustee of Mukul Madhav Foundation and director of Finolex Industries Limited and member of Bharat Asmita National Awards Selection Committee, Ritu Prakash Chabriya to address the gathering. But before that, I would like to request my technical team if they can please relay a small film made on life and work of Ritu Prakash Chabriya.
Srimati Ritu Prakash Chabriya is a renowned philanthropist and a lady with noble virtues who is based in Pune, Maharashtra. Last 22 years, she has touched more than 8 lakh people across the sectors of healthcare and education through Mukul Madhav Foundation, MMF. She has completed her major in economics and minor in marketing. She has completed a master's in international relations. She is an alumnus of Richmond College, London. From the beginning, Mrs. Chabriya realized that it is a circular pathway to support the underprivileged who are in vulnerable positions. She is the founder of charitable organization called Mukul Madhav Foundation. It is an approved charity in India and has recently been granted registration in the UK by the UK Charity Commissioner Office. Mrs. Chabriya was on the board of trustees of Make-A-Wish Foundation, India from 2014 to 2019. She is also a committee member of the Agri-Horticultural Society of Western India, Empress Botanical Garden. Recently, she has been appointed as a nominee of Hinduja Foundation on the Board of Management of PD Hinduja Sindhi Hospital, Bangalore. We warmly welcome Srimati Ritu Prakash Chabriya.
Thank you very much for that film. And I now request Madam to kindly address the gathering. Over to you, Madam.
Thank you so much. That was truly a beautiful video put together to welcome me. Thank you. I don't deserve this, but I really am touched. Thank you. Good afternoon, good evening to everybody, and great warm salutations to all the dignitaries here. I'm always humbled to be given this position and this opportunity to speak. So a very big thank you to Rahulji and to the great vision of Vishwanathji. I celebrate and really truly salute you for the vision that continues year on year to celebrate dignitaries as well as those who are making a great place in our society with the great big steps that they're taking in various different fields. I am honored as always. I am truly touched by what has been said by Dr. Bhatkarji, by we are following various different changes in our society. We are wanting to make those society changes, and we are walking in the path of so many people. And there is one such person, and that has been Dr. Bhatkar, that I have been admiring for years. So I'm very honored that I am here with him. I just would like to make a very short speech because there's so much that has been said and so much that has to come as I complete what I have to say. But congratulations to one and all. And I do hope that our paths meet. We are all online, but somehow, sometime soon, we should all meet. And I hope that this pandemic allows us to do so. We at Mukul Madhav are working on various different verticals, and there are very many chances that we can align and move and collaborate on various things if time allows us to do so. And once again, thank you, and thank you for this platform where we are able to touch each other's lives and each other's ways forward for the betterment of our future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for addressing the gathering. My friends, it is now my privilege to take this function forward and to share with you that the next category of award, Bharat Asmita Janajagran Shresht, being conferred upon Shireen Bhan, the noted journalist, news anchor and managing editor at CNBC TV 18. It is my honor to request my technical team if they can please play a small film made on life and work of Shireen Bhan.
Ladies and gentlemen, tuning in from all over the world, a very warm welcome to each one of you.
Shireen Bhan is a noted Indian business journalist and is currently working as the managing editor and anchor at CNBC TV 18 news channel. She has an experience of 20 years in journalism.
Shireen Bhan is an oyster. I come out of my shell between 9 o'clock in the morning and stay out till 10 p.m. at night, and that's when you see me being driven, passionate, overcommitted, and post 10 p.m. I go back into my shell, but that's exactly who I am.
She has interviewed some of the biggest names in business and politics, both domestic and global. From legendary investor Warren Buffett to Bill Gates, Satya Nadella, Richard Branson, Sheryl Sandberg, Indra Nooyi, to just name a few. She is also the anchor and editor of Young Turks, one of India's longest-running shows on entrepreneurs.
Young Turks is my passion project. When I started it 18 years ago, I thought it would be like 13 episodes and then we'll be done. And it is today probably the world's longest-running show on startups and entrepreneurship.
A section that over the last 13 years has successfully built a niche category in business news programming. She hosts Overdrive, which won the News Television Award for the Best Auto Show for 3 consecutive years. She heads the channel's special feature programming that carries several pioneering shows such as Ministers of Change and What Women Really Want. She anchors and produces several shows like Young Turks, India Business Hour, the nation's Business and Power Talks. She also anchors and puts together CNBC TV 18's ground events like the Managing India Brainstorm and the CNBC Industry Vectors. She's also the author of Young Turks, a book published by Random House India. Over the course of a 14-year tryst with business journalism, she has been a recipient of the Best Business Talk Show Award at the News Television Awards for 2 years consecutively. She also won the FICCI Woman of the Year Award for a contribution to media in 2005 and was named a Young Global Leader by the World Economic Forum. She won the Best Business Anchor Award at the News Television's Award in 2013. She was named in Impact's 50 Most Influential Women in Indian Media, Marketing and Advertising list for 2018, 19 and 2020 again. She has won the News Television Editor-in-Chief of the Year in the English category and the Best Anchor English in the prestigious ENBA 2019 Awards and the Managing Editor of the Year English and Best Anchor English Awards at ENBA 2020 Awards. We warmly welcome Shireen Bhan.
It is indeed my honor and privilege to read the citation of honor. Shireen Bhan, noted journalist, news anchor and managing editor, CNBC TV 18. Bharat Asmita Janajagran Shresht Puraskar Award for the best use of mass media. Shireen Bhan is a noted Indian business journalist and is currently working as the managing editor and anchor at CNBC TV 18 news channel. She has been conferred upon several awards, including the prestigious FICCI Women of the Year Award in year 2005, and was featured on the cover of the Verve magazine in December 2008 issue. In 2009, the World Economic Forum named her as one of the young global leaders. She was also named in Impact's 50's most influential women in the Indian media, marketing and advertising list for year 2018. Not surprisingly, Shireen has received the Best Business Talk Show Award and Business Anchor Award at News Television Awards. For the outstanding contribution to the field of mass media and for her setting new touchstones in the research, collation and the presentation of business news and trends, MIT World Peace University Pune is very privileged today on the 3rd of February 2022 to bestow upon Shireen Bhan the Bharat Asmita Janajagran Shrestha Award for the best use of mass media. Signed, Bharat Asmita National Awards Committee, Chairman Dr. Raghunath A. Mashelkar, Executive Chairman Professor Dr. Vishwashanti T. Karat, members Dr. Vijay P. Bhatkar, Dr. Shyam Benegal, Sri Nadir Godrej, Srimati Ritu Prakash Chhabria, and founder and convener Rahul V. Karat. Thank you very much, madam. Oh, I think she has joined us all the way from newsroom, and we still remember probably what 10-15 years ago, she presenting the Muhurat treading during Diwali also from the newsroom. Very beautiful scene, and the entire studio lights up. Thank you very much for joining us. Over to you, ma'am.
Well, thank you very much. And to start with, I want to thank all of you there for putting together those memories, wonderful memories, capturing my journey over the last 2 decades. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And let me start by extending my deepest gratitude to the MIT World Peace University, to Dr. Vishwanath Karde, who I believe is celebrating 81 glorious years today. So Dr. Karde, congratulations, and I wish you the very, very best of luck going forward, sir. Thank you so much for what you have done over the last so many years. I would also sincerely like to thank the very, very eminent selection committee led by the chairman, Dr. Mashelkar, who I have had the good fortune of interviewing over the last 2 decades, several times during the course of my career. I feel extremely privileged today as I share this recognition with people that I have long admired and people who have inspired me, but it would be unfair and pompous on my part to not acknowledge the immense contribution made by mentors that I've had the good fortune to be associated with, and there are many, including Mr. N.R. Narayanamurthy, Raghav Behel, Karan Thapar, Senthil Chengalvarayan, and so many more. They have all helped shape my journey and made me who I am today and helped me develop the skills that I use today as a broadcast journalist. Ladies and gentlemen, this award is also truly a reflection of the diligence and the work ethic of my team here at CNBC TV 18. Let me borrow from legendary investor Warren Buffett's book title. My team makes me want to tap dance to work every day and make coming to work worthwhile. And that is why I so enjoy what I'm doing. And that is why I've stayed with CNBC TV 18 for over 21 years. It's been a fascinating journey. I've always believed that when passion and purpose combine, magic happens, and I've been very lucky to have experienced that magic during the course of my career. My passion has been storytelling, and my purpose as a journalist has been to do exactly that. Now, very often people assume that because I lead a business news channel, my focus will only be on the stock markets or at best reading corporate balance sheets. But I believe that our responsibility and our duty to our viewers is much more than that. And I've persevered to change that assumption over the last 2 decades. We made it our business to tell stories behind those numbers. Let me use the most recent example of the union budget, which I am sure all of you have been watching, and I hope that you were watching it on CNBC TV 18. But when the finance minister gets up and talks about a 9% growth target, it's not just a number to us. How we get there, what that number qualitatively means for the economy and for people, that is what we want to focus on. Understanding the nuances behind the numbers is what we specialize in. I truly believe, ladies and gentlemen, that the role of the media is to inform, it is to educate, empower, and to inspire. It's also our job to hold people in positions of power to account. I've always been mindful of not taking our viewers' time for granted, whether it's 5 minutes or 25 minutes. I believe that they are dedicating that time to your television screen or to your newspaper page or whatever the case may be. And we need to value and appreciate the significance of the time that they grant us. And which is why we strive every single day to see how we can add value to their lives. Can we help them make better decisions? Can we help them understand the many changes that are taking place here in India as well as globally? Can we offer solutions? These are the questions that drive me, and these are the questions that drive us in our newsroom every single day. It's also our firm belief that we must not pretend that we know it all, or that we have answers to all of the questions. And hence, I have tried very, very hard to bring together people with the right credentials, with the expertise and experience to help us on delivering on the promise of providing credible, actionable insights to our viewers. Let me give you the most recent example of how we covered the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, some of you might think that why did we as a business channel spend hundreds of hours of programming trying to understand the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic? We brought together experts who understood what the pandemic was actually doing to the economy, what it was doing to health and mortality, what it was doing to employment, what it was doing to digitization and technology, to education and learning loss. And it was our endeavor to help try and connect the dots and understand what we would look like as the world emerges through the course of this pandemic. We are very, very mindful of not disseminating verified information. I mean, all of us are so used to now, messages hitting our WhatsApp boxes, and everyone assumes that because it's on WhatsApp, it must necessarily be true. But we've made it our business on a daily basis to try and ensure that we only put out verified information for our viewers. We've also been very, very mindful of conscious of the fact that we don't create a sense of panic. And there is a difference between creating panic and not sugarcoating the truth. We bring you what are concerns. We bring you the red flags, but not with a sense of panic, which basically means that we attempt to try and help you understand what's going on, not overwhelm you with information. What's also happened over the last few years, and as I look around the media landscape, sometimes I feel like there's a little bit of an existential crisis that I'm suffering from, because it is not our job, as I believe the role of the media to be, it's not our job to tell people to shut up or to shut voices down or shut opinions down. I believe our role as the media is to engage in robust dialogue, is to engage in meaningful conversation, is to actually have a constructive debate. It is not our job to bring you only one kind of voices. It is our job to bring you diverse opinion and diverse views. And that is what we strive to do at CNBC TV 18. And that is what continues to drive me as a journalist. I take heart from the fact that it was Marcus Aurelius who said that the nearer a man comes to a calm mind, the closer he is to strength. So that is my approach to my craft, and that is my approach as I come on to my nightly news show, where there is no screaming, there is no shouting, but there is plenty of meaningful information. At least that's what I hope that our viewers can benefit from. So once again, I would like to thank the jury. I would like to thank the MIT group of institutes for this recognition, for honoring me. I wish that we could have done this in person in Pune. It would have been nice for me to come back to Pune. I spent 2 glorious years doing my master's program at the University of Pune, so it would have been a homecoming of sorts. But once again, thank you so much. And I would also like to thank my parents for giving me the power to chase my dreams and to go after what I believe in. Thank you once again. Appreciate this honor.
Thank you very much, Shireen Bhanji. Thank you very much for joining us all the way from newsroom and guiding everyone in the audience. We have more than 750 people attending this session on this particular platform, and many more on YouTube, Facebook, and other mediums. Thank you very much once again on behalf of Bharat Asmita Awards Committee. Thank you very much. My friends, everyone from the awards committee was so keen to address everyone today on this auspicious occasion. The chairman, Dr. Raghunath Mashelkar sir, was also going to be here with us today, but unfortunately he is not keeping well, and because of which he is not here with us in this session today. But I'm sure his thoughts and his prayers are with us. Thank you very much. On this occasion of Bharat Asmita Rashtriya Puraskar, we all must make or abide ourselves with some commitment. And today we have with us a first year student of MPG 17 batch, Vidhi Balsapure, to share an oath with all of us. So we all are at different places right now, but I'm sure we all can repeat the oath wherever we are after she says or she gives us the oath, and store the message in our memories and hearts. Over to you, Vidhi.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर। आज के इस अविस्मरणीय अवसर पर हम संकल्प करते हैं कि हम भारत अस्मिता राष्ट्रीय पुरस्कार 2022 में सम्मिलित सभी सहभागी यह प्रण करते हैं कि देश की आन बान और शान पर हम आँच नहीं आने देंगे। आजादी के इस अमृत महोत्सव वर्ष में हम यह संकल्प लेते हैं कि भारत को विश्व गुरु बनाने के लिए हम इस देश में लोकतंत्र, शिक्षा व्यवस्था, जनमाध्यम, विज्ञान, तंत्र ज्ञान, कला और संस्कृति को बेहतरीन बनाने में योगदान देंगे। जय हिंद, धन्यवाद।
Thank you very much, Vidhi. I'm sure everyone would have stored your words in their hearts and they would understand and carry the message that you have given all of us. Thank you very much once again. And now it is indeed my honor and privilege to take the session forward with the next category of award, Bharat Asmita Vigyan Tantragyan Shri. It is indeed my honor and privilege to share with you that this year the award being conferred upon Dr. Krishna Ella. It is my request to technical team to kindly relay a small film made on life and work of Dr. Krishna Ella ji.
Dr. Krishna Ella is the Chairman and Managing Director of Bharat Biotech International Limited, the company which developed India's indigenous COVID-19 vaccine, Covaxin. It's a matter of pride and honor to every Indian to have offered a bliss through medical invention during this pandemic situation. Dr. Krishna Ella studied at the University of Agricultural Sciences, Bangalore, the University of Hawaii, and the University of Wisconsin-Madison in the US, and worked at the Medical University of South Carolina, Charleston. Bharat Biotech started with assistance from Technology Development Board, Government of India, also partnered global and government entities such as the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Wellcome Trust, CEPI, Department of Biotechnology, GOL, etc., to advance innovative healthcare solutions for neglected diseases and for various clinical programs, and has received over US $300 million in grants so far. He is a visiting member of the board at University of Wisconsin and is also a recipient of more than 100 national and international awards, including Best Technology and Innovation Award, Prime Minister of India 2008, the JRD Tata Best Entrepreneur of the Year, Marico Innovation Award, and University of Southern California Asia Pacific Leadership Award, etc., including honorary doctorate degrees conferred most recently by Amity University and KSN University of Agricultural and Horticultural Sciences, Shivamogga. He has been conferred with several prestigious awards like the ET Now Special Recognition for Healthcare Industry Award, JRD Tata Best Entrepreneur of the Year Award, Marico Innovation Award, and BioAsia Genome Valley Excellence Award. we warmly welcome Dr. Krishna Ella.
It is now indeed my honor and privilege to read the citation of honor. Dr. Krishna M. Ella, founder, chairman, and managing director, Bharat Biotech International Limited, being conferred Bharat Asmita Vigyan Tantragyan Shresth Award for the best use of science and technology through innovation. Dr. Krishna Ella, founder and leader of Bharat Biotech, has become the pride of India. He has been recently in the limelight as Bharat Biotech has developed the highly successful co-vaccine, the first indigenous vaccine against COVID-19. This single achievement, only one of his innumerable other accomplishments, has placed India in the forefront of the global fight against the menace of COVID. Born to a Telugu-speaking agricultural family, he went on to become gold medalist at the university. Under his stellar leadership, Bharat Biotech has earned an enviable reputation of being the first company to manufacture a preservative-free vaccine, has launched India's first cell-cultured swine flu vaccine, has been the first in the world to find a vaccine for the Zika viruses, has developed and launched the world's most affordable vaccine for rotaviruses, prepared the world's first clinically proven and WHO pre-qualified thyroid conjugate vaccine, and also manufacture the world's cheapest hepatitis vaccine. The list of his achievement is long and truly inspiring. In the recognition of Dr. Krishna M. Ella's pioneering contribution to the health industry of India and world, and his serial entrepreneurship for the enrichment of science and sustainable social progress, we at MIT World Peace University Pune feel privileged today on 3rd of February 2022 to confer upon Dr. Krishna M. Ella the Bharat Asmita Vigyan Tantragyan Shresth Award for the best use of science and technology through innovation. Bharat signed Bharat Asmita National Awards Committee Chairman Dr. Raghunath E. Mashelkar, Executive Chairman Professor Dr. Vishwashanti D. Garag, members Dr. Vijay P. Bhatkar, Dr. Shyam Benegal, Shri Nadir Godrej, Srimati Ritu Prakash Chhabria, and founder and convener Rahul V. Karat. My friends, before I invite Sir to address the gathering, I know Shri Rahul Karat Sir has already shared in his speech, but I would like to share once again with everyone that we are happy to inform everyone that Shri Dr. Krishna Ella ji has expressed his desire to donate the award money to a noble cause and has donated 5 lakh rupees along with the prize money of 1.25 lakh rupees as a scholarship for the best engineering faculty and student for their contribution in innovation. Having always kept research at the forefront of his company, he sees it appropriate if the award money can be utilized for the research purpose at MIT World Peace University. This scholarship will be given to an engineering faculty and an engineering student who has designed and developed a proof of concept or prototype or a product and which is being currently used by industry. Sir, it is great of you to think of research and motivating students through this award. I'm sure that this step of yours will prove a great motivation to many. Thank you very much, sir. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Gautam. Thank you very much. Can you hear me, Gautam?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. It's really honored to be here. And I think I'm pleased to take part of this 18th award function organized by the MIT World Peace University. I heard about MIT Peace University from Chandrababu Naidu, was mentioning very high about this about Dr. Karade and this thing, and very prizing about him, actually. That's the first time I heard about it. And I really mentioned the gratitude of the visionary educationists like Vishwashanti Karade, people like this, is the country is growing, producing better human citizens of this country. And I looked at the mandate of the MIT, finally I can read all these things. In the end, what I found was to create the best citizen of this country. That's all, simple word, best citizen of the country. You look at an all angle, you look at it, women entrepreneurship, sarpanch, all rural development, and political awareness, all that you put together, in the end, it is creating a good citizen of the country. That's what is important. And I want to thank Rahul also, Rahul Karade, and all the members. I think, we have Dr. Bhatkar, who is the father of computer science. It's really honored, to see him in the photo like this. And I never met him, but I have read so much about him. And he's heading the Nalanda University. That's where where the knowledge was started. Where Nalanda University was the place where education and higher education was started. And today he's heading that. It's really a privilege and honor. And I think I want to thank everybody, Madam Srimati, Ritu, Prakash Chabriya, Suhasini, and Chitnis, Gireesan, and Gautam. All of you, thank you very much for being here. And I want to congratulate all the fellow awardees of this thing. And my friend Kavil is there, whom I know for last 20 years in ISB. He's a good friend of mine and family friend of us. And he is also there. He's received the award. I'm really, I think he deserves more than me, actually, to be frank with you, honestly. Okay, he created so many inspiring entrepreneurs in ISB school. I think it's really good. My message to two things under the faculty and to students, very simple. Faculty, I have not forgotten my teacher who was in a third grade student, when a fifth grade student, a fifth standard. Who was my best teacher, who was the worst teacher, I still remember. So please remember, when I'm a 65, I still remember my teacher at the third standard and fourth standard. That means they're so important in the life of every citizen of this country. Every kid who comes out remembers the best teachers. So you are in the great profession to create the future of India. It is in your hands. It is in your hands, faculty. And I think, I always tell very simple thing. Faculty, always tell them, be positive to the students. Don't be negative. If you create a negativity, that creates a more negative citizens of the country. We don't want that. We want more positive citizens of the country. And I always tell, don't discriminate the kids. If you discriminate, they will never forget in life. Okay? And always, just don't bring politics. If I belong to one X party, don't bring that politics to the kid. Because keep away from all that. Because we are neutral. Teacher is truly a role model for the kids. You have to create a role model category of that one. And I think, always tell my teacher in Wisconsin, Madison, he told me one thing, think science in a simple language. If you think simple language, you'll find the best solution in the world. And if you think simple, you'll teach better. And when we try to complicate the subject, very complicated manner, thinking that we will get more respect if you complicate the subject. It is not true. If you make it simple and make the fundamentals, even assume, one of my boss told me, you have to explain a science biotechnology to my driver who doesn't understand biotechnology, but he has to understand biotechnology. And if you think that level go, then students will get excited. But we think that students knows every fundamental. No, not all of them. So you start with simple fundamental, teach them in a simple language, and I think you will create a wonderful impact in their mind and their heart, and you will remain ever be in their mind. Because keep that in mind, every kid you are educating, one day you'll be a minister, one day you'll be chief minister, one day you'll be an IAS officer, or you can be an IPS officer. Keep that always in mind. So think in that language and start thinking and treat them with certain respect. Coming to students, I'll give two messages, innovation and entrepreneurship. I think my guru, Dr. Mashalkar, when he's a visionary, I'm telling you honestly, on 2-3 reasons I'll claim. It is not that because he is there or not there. It is not that I wish him really to a speedy recovery of him. We pray for that. But what is important, he told India has to be innovative. He said that one word. Second is when neem turmeric things patent, he brought some ideas. The reason it is not the turmeric, but he brought the awareness of intellectual property's importance in the country. He brought that awareness in the country. You look at that angle, but that's a phenomenal awareness. For country was not aware of intellectual property. Everybody's thinking, I can copy somebody's product. I can still make it. So that's a concept we were in early 90s, and he brought the changes of mindset of intellectual properties of importance. So I think that's a visionary statement of Dr. Mashalkar, and I am really miss him today. And I think, what I tell students, innovation. Innovation, nobody teaches in the classroom. It doesn't teach you in MIT. It doesn't teach anywhere in the world. It is only keen observation. You have to keep observing things. A very simple example. Zero, there was no supercomputers in Indians had it. They created, with imagination power, how zero can create an impact in the world of things. And that zero is impacted software industry today. It has become an important field. And seal was invented by Indians. You look at Lord Ganesha, I'm not talking about, in an emotional, religious sense. Look at Lord Ganesha, an elephant head on the human body. You look at it, head is an organ. Head is an organ. And you're doing today, kidney, liver, pancreas, all are organ. Heart also organ. All are organ transplantation is happening. So if you think see the imagination power of that. So you look at Golconda, 3 kilometers down, you can talk there, and 3 kilometers up, they can listen to the people. That means there was no Bose engineer, there was no engineers those days, but how imagination power of sound can travel 3 kilometers down. That's how the imagination power was there. So it's important, a kid should have 3 things to be most innovative. 1, a good knowledge, good degree from MIT, good skill set. Skill set is a very important. I'll always tell a catering technology student, will you hire based on degree? Or if he doesn't know how to make a good idli, he can't make a good idli, but he has got a good degree from a good school, but you will not hire him as a cook. So you look at not only degree, you look at the skill set of a person. So skill set is very important. The third is imagination, which I told you just earlier, that imagination power is very important. What we get killed of imagination in this world? We have mobile phone, always are constantly on mobile phone, and there's no free mind to think. And we don't watch surroundings. When we don't watch surrounding, you don't learn anything from the surrounding. So your mind is blank. So keep mobile phone down and start watching every small observation, every small, how the wall was, why this painting was done. You ask every question, then you'll find a lot of solutions. My second question is entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is not something to make money. Entrepreneurship means businessman makes money by whatever way the business he wants to do. But an entrepreneurship, he solves a society problem. A problem you want to solve the problem, that's called technocrat entrepreneurship job is. He doesn't look at money. He looks at his knowledge and his skill set and his imagination power of skill set to use that to solve the society problem. That is called true entrepreneurship. And everyone can be an entrepreneur. You don't need to, it is not taught in any classroom or MIT, or nobody teaches you. It is only in you, how you watch all this observation. And entrepreneurship is what I started Bharat Biotech. My mother said only one thing: son, you have 9 inches stomach. How much ever money you make, you can't eat more than 9 inches stomach. Come back to India, do whatever you like to do. And today you come back, the 9 inches become with the 4 inches with all the problems in life. So you can't even eat more than that also. Okay. I think, the life is becoming smaller as we grow, as we become richer also, my stomach becomes smaller. So I think look at bigger solution to solve the problem. And I think every one of us can solve every society problem. And I always tell faculty also should imbibe that type of ideas in the children's mind, that you see a something society problem. Why is that nobody solved the problem of that in the society? You ask a question to the student. The students get excited. They will start reading and they'll come back tomorrow. I saw that something has happened in the world. That's a creating, this sort of interaction really helps students. But I think, every one of you can be innovator. Every one of you can be an entrepreneur. What you need is to be passionate, not to make money, but to solving a society problem. That is what we did at Covaxin. We never looked at it, how much money we make. We took the risk of investing in a clinical trial, which has costed 500 crores, but we didn't look at it. But as a country, as a citizen, I had to contribute back to the society. That's all we looked at. We didn't take the money from the government. We took the money to solve the problem. We took the Covaxin. India has to be there in the global map. If we are not there, then we will not be respected. You look at Dr. Our supercomputer is done, and if he has not done supercomputer, we'll be depending on other part of the world. That is where self-reliance is a very critical. We can create, every one of us can create innovation in this country, and I wish every children of this country to succeed in their life and mission, and I wish them good luck. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Krishna.
Professor Gautam, what I feel, I'm just intervening that Dr. Ilada, very emotionally, he shared all his feelings as an entrepreneur, as a great leader of this country. I request all the members in this background of COVID and Corona, this very important company, what they have done for the country. I will request all the members to stand and give a standing ovation at our...
No, sir. No, sir. Please do not. No. Thank you. No, it is really, I don't deserve that. I don't deserve that, please. And I think I don't deserve that every senior people are here. I don't deserve that yet. Sir, thank you. I think I'm really honored to be here. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Dr. Krishna Ilaji. But I would like, before you leave us, I would like to share one very important thing with you, that this university, MIT World Peace University, under the leadership of Shri Rahul Karad sir, is doing something really great, and I'm sure we will see the impact of that very soon. You will be surprised to know, Dr. Ilaji, that every faculty of this university, every teacher, no matter he is from engineering or liberal arts, has been given 1 lakh rupees in advance. And only mandate is that that faculty member can spend that money only on innovation project with the student. Faculty cannot spend it on a research project of his or her own. But if he wants to spend the money, it has to be spent with student on innovation project. And I'm sure this will have its huge impact in time to come, which underlines what you said in your speech just now. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you.
On behalf of everyone here in this site. Thank you very much. My friends, probably now I have reached the most challenging part of this session. Talking about Honorable Revered Professor Dr. Vishwanath Karad sir is always a question which is never answered. What can be said about a person who is an educationist, scientist, spiritualist, philanthropist, education builder, humanist, and peace ambassador in his prosperous and purposeful life of 81 years? Revered Professor Dr. Vishwanath Karad sir embodied many community-oriented initiatives and concepts in education, spirituality, social enlightenment, and other fields. Unbelievable at first sight, so many supernatural and wonderful monuments were brought to life by Sir. Sir met many scholars, philosophers, political and social leaders, and introduced them to this organization and other activities. Sir's boldness in his passion for giving new angle to education system, disciplining the students through very different activities, as well as the method of creating awareness in society about the country, our culture, our philosophy, etc. All these things have had tremendous impact on those great people he met, and have simply come up with the congratulatory and appreciative and glorious feedback. My friends, on this occasion of 18th Bharat Asmita Rashtriya Puraskar, we would like to show you a small film which is called Kahani Ek Soch Ki. It is a lyrical documentary on the life and work of Revered Professor Dr. Vishwanath Karad sir, and I'm really happy to share with you that it is first time that we have created a lyrical documentary completely in-house. I request my technical team to kindly relay Kahani Ek Soch Ki.
एक सोच है, सोच शांति की, सोच समर्पण की, सोच नई दिशा की, सोच मन के दर्पण की। ये कहानी किसी एक इंसान की नहीं, ये कहानी है एक सोच की। ये कहानी है एक छोटे से बीज की, एक बीज जो आगे चल के महावृक्ष बना। ये कहानी है एक विशाल स्वप्न की, वो स्वप्न जो आंखों ने नहीं, दृष्टि की नजरों ने देखा। इस कहानी की शुरुआत हुई एक छोटे से गांव में 80 साल पहले। रामेश्वर रुई की पावन भूमि में, विठोबा रघुमाई की अनुपम साय में, वारकरी पंथ के मूल्य संस्कार में एक ज्ञान ज्योति का जन्म हुआ। संस्कारों का बीज था बचपन, संस्कारों का बीज था बचपन, सुविचारों का मानो दर्पण, ज्ञान धर्म की धाराओं का उभर रहा था अपूर्व मंथन। कर्म ही धर्म है और धर्म ही जीवन, बस यही प्रेरणा मिली विरासत में। नियति ने मातृशोक दिया तो बहन माता बनी। तुकोबा राय की बोली और ज्ञानेश्वर माउली की अमृतवाणी जिंदगी का रास्ता बनी। सद्भावों की सीख बड़ी थी, सद्भावों की सीख बड़ी थी, हर पल छिन से जुड़ी थी। मिली जो थी ये अहम विरासत, दुनिया को देने की घड़ी थी। जो बीज था बोया खिलने लगा, जो बीज था बोया खिलने लगा, विद्यादान में घुलने लगा। जितनी शाखाएं बढ़ने लगी, सपनों को किनारा मिलने लगा। से विज्ञान तक, विज्ञान से अध्यात्म तक और अध्यात्म से शांति तक। कारवां चलने लगा, रास्ता खुलने लगा। कारवां चलने लगा, रास्ता खुलने लगा। मंजिल तो बहुत दूर थी, पर मकाम मिलने लगा। तंत्र के मंत्र ने कुतूहल जगाया, एक नई आशा का दीप जलाया। देखते देखते जोत बढ़ती गई, देखते देखते जोत बढ़ती गई। MIT नाम से नींव चढ़ती गई। माइर्स की किरणों से आया MIT का अद्भुत सूर्य नया। माइर्स की किरणों से आया MIT का अद्भुत सूर्य नया। हर मन में जागी आस नई, हर दिल में उजला एक दिया। फिर से बोया बीज कोई, दिल में लेकर आस वही। फिर से बोया बीज कोई, दिल में लेकर आस वही। न दिन देखा न देखी रात, बस नई उड़ान और दिशा नहीं। ज्ञान विज्ञान का संगम जहां था, ज्ञान विज्ञान का संगम जहां था, अध्यात्म शांति का जागर जहां था। विश्व में ऐसा सपना न देखा किसी ने, दिन रात एक होकर जो पूरा हुआ था। कई नहीं पढ़ाओ आए, कई पुराने मकाम मिले। इंद्रायणी की धारा से लेकर रूई रामेश्वर तक जिनकी बात चले। भारत की अस्मिता जगाई, भारत की अस्मिता जगाई, तत्व ज्ञान की सोच दिलाई। कदम कदम बढ़े चले, विशाल वृक्ष से मिले। कदम कदम बढ़े चले, विशाल वृक्ष से मिले। हुंकार विश्व शांति का देह प्राण में घुले। गरुड़ ध्वज बना कहीं, गरुड़ ध्वज बना कहीं, और शांति का प्रतीक भी। कहीं मुड़ा भविष्य तो कहीं जुड़ा अतीत भी। राम रहीम को एक मिलाया, शांति घुमट का निर्माण कराया। सप्त स्वर्ग को आकार दिया, हर छात्र में राष्ट्रवाद पिरोया। धर्म देश का अभिमान जनाया, यूनेस्को के मंच पे देश का नाम रोशन करवाया। साल की कहानी है जो आज भी अद्भुत लगती है। 80 साल की कहानी है जो आज भी अद्भुत लगती है। समय की धारा मोड़ मुड़ी पर आज भी चलती रहती है। ये कारवां सदा चले, ये कारवां सदा चले, रुके न कोई रोक ले। अध्यात्म के प्रकाश से सद्भाव का दिया जले। ये धारा यूं ही बहती रहे, हम सबको राह दिखाती रहे। ये धारा यूं ही बहती रहे, हम सबको राह दिखाती रहे। यही कामना है ईश्वर से, चिरकाल विश्व में शांति रहे। चिरकाल विश्व में शांति रहे। चिरकाल विश्व में शांति रहे।
पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरि ईशावास्यमिदं सर्वं यत्किञ्च जगत्यां जगत् तेन त्यक्तेन भूयिथाः मा गृह कस्यचिद्धनम्
What a beautiful, beautiful lyrical documentary that our entire team has put up. Really amazing. A big round of applause for the entire team for this beautiful effort. My friends, it is really difficult to talk about the work and mission of revered Professor Dr. Vishwanath Karad sir in such a way. Please, it's really, really difficult to find words even to express the thoughts regarding Dr. Vishwanath Karad sir. We have seen in the movie that early in 1981, the visionary Dr. Vishwanath Karad sir saw the need of an unaided engineering colleges to cater to the demand of India that was rapidly rising in aspirations. In the subsequent years, the state of Maharashtra and indeed the entire nation but brick and mortar to his vision and to the point that it is today. India produces 1.5 million engineering graduates per year, and most of them are from unaided institutes. This has helped India to be the biggest exporter of white-collar jobs globally. Since the turn of the century, the educationist, scientist, spiritualist, philanthropist, education builder, humanist, and peace ambassador put all his experiences together in recent years to make the world's largest monument, the dome at Vatican City, Rome, Italy, is now second in place. And the world's first peace dome, which will likely end up being the 8th wonder of the world. My friends, today we are unveiling a book, Vishwadharmi Professor Dr. Vishwanath D. Karad, a great visionary philosopher scientist, which is edited by none other than Sri Rahul V. Karad and published by Notion Press. I'm really happy to share with you that the book is already available in its online version on Amazon.in. I'm sure each one of you will be excited to take a look as soon as possible to visit Amazon.in and please download the Vishwadharmi Professor Dr. Vishwanath D. Karad, a great visionary philosopher scientist. Thank you very much. My friends, there is a belief Thank you very much. My friends, I'm sure you must have heard that there is a belief in Indian culture to celebrate Sahasra Chandra Darshan when a person completes 81 years of age. The logic is that the person is great in experience because he has seen 1,000 full moon or Purnimas in his life. My friends, but when it comes to the life of revered Professor Dr. Vishwanath Karad sir, it would be apt to say that 1,000 full moons were fortunate to have experienced the great work and efforts of revered Professor Dr. Vishwanath Karad sir towards achieving the goal of world peace. Let's put our hands together and welcome with a big round of applause as I invite and request the UNESCO chair holder, founder, and chief patron of MAEER's MIT Pune and president of MIT World Peace University and creator of the World Peace Dome, executive chairman of Bharat Asmita National Awards, revered Professor Dr. Vishwanath D. Karad sir. Please welcome with a huge, huge round of applause.
all my learned friends who are honored today, Mr. Dr. Kavil Ramachandran, Gaurav Gogoi, Krishna M. Milai, Sreen Bhan, and the two friends. I am yet to listen to them, but I'm grateful to all of you for the very words of wisdom which you have spoken just now. The words were so inspiring to all my students and staff, especially on this occasion of the 18th Bharat Asmita National Awards or Puraskar, which has been installed by our MIT World Peace University under the chairmanship of Honorable Dr. Raghunath Mashalkar sir, another great computer scientist of the world, Dr. Vijay Bhatkar and all others, with the initiative of Professor Rahul Karad and his team. It has been a highly inspiring moment for me. I can only say that this very passion and the fire in the belly of each and every speaker and the awardee was something very highly inspiring and motivating to me and to my friends. I can only say, friends, that many times all speakers have spoken, and especially my brother or a young friend, Mr. Dr. Vijay Bhatkar, made a mention of the words like science and spirituality. विज्ञान और अध्यात्म का समन्वय की बात हुई. Finally, a small film which was shown to you, which gave an indication of the largest or the biggest dome of world peace in the name of Sant Jnaneshwara and Sant Tukaram, indicating the very mission of a spiritually oriented scientific laboratory, which is the concept and the message which has been given by this very monument of the structure. It is not the biggest structure that is important. I think it was very clearly indicated to you, friends. The journey started at the place called Sant Jnaneshwara's Sanjeevan Samadhi in Maharashtra state, and finally a mention was made to you that this has now reached to the Badrinarayan temple campus or area, where we have the fortune to establish the Saraswati Jnana Vijnana Dham in the Punya Bhumi, Dev Bhumi जिसे बोला जाता है. वेद व्यास की भूमि, ज्ञान की भूमि, ज्ञान और विज्ञान का समन्वय, ये सारी बातों का जिक्र किया गया. And whatever I could contribute in my lifetime with the support and help of people like Mashalkar and Bhatkar sir and my other friends and the entire teaching faculty what we have been having, I have a tremendous sense of satisfaction today. A mention was made about my birthday. I think that has been a usual process which everybody experiences in their lifetime. Only thing is I feel always blessed. And I am being a follower of the great noble son of India, Swami Vivekananda, who had said in 1893 first, 11 September, which you know it very well, about these very words of wisdom, that the union of science and spirituality or religion alone will help to bring harmony and peace to mankind. But there has been a second sentence which is uttered by Vivekananda in the year 1897, when he had said that my mother India will emerge as a knowledge god of the whole world and will show the pathway of harmony and peace to mankind. दूसरी एक बात कही स्वामी जी ने, after 50 years from today, my mother India will become free from the clutches of the British. And you know it, friends, that we got the freedom in 1947, which is exactly 50 years after 1897. There have been some words of wisdom and the great vision, a foresight, which has been expressed by these great people. But friends, just now I would like to make a small brief mention about this small experience which we are experiencing now. I don't know where one is sitting somewhere. You are all great people sitting in your office. Somebody sitting in the media office like Madam Bhan and Mr. Krishna Ilai, and this very web technology which we are experiencing, whether it's Google or the artificial intelligence or the Facebook or this experience what we are getting now, I'm very politely, I would like to make a mention to you, friends. When I have been trying to think being an engineering professor or a teacher or learner for the last 30, 40 years, I feel like making a mention to you, friends. This very word of spirituality and science has been repeatedly made by all of my friends. But today I feel really very happy that I had chosen a right path, not a wrong path. When in the year about 40 years back nearly, I wrote an article from philosophers and Dhaneshwara to Albert Einstein. Being an engineering student or a teacher, I had spoken these words after deep understanding, being a man of Vaishnavite family, a Varkari cult of Maharashtra, India, and being an engineer, being a professor. Friends, I really become really highly, it's a confirmatory test possibly for me. And when I see at these all the developments, what we have been experiencing today, I am reminded of the words of wisdom. The words which were spoken, it's a revelation enunciation by philosopher Sant Dhaneshwara, who said 730 years back, I'm very assertively making a statement, 730 years back, a boy of only 16 years of age, who wrote the Dhaneshwari or the commentary on Bhagavad Gita, he makes a statement that the entire universe is a manifestation of pure intelligence and consciousness. These are not my words. These are the words which have been repeated by noble son of India against Swami Vivekananda. But friends, can you imagine? 730 years back, a boy of 16 years of age from the state of Maharashtra, the place like Alandi near Pune, he is making this very most assertive, very scientific, logical, philosophical, whatever words you want to use, you can use them. But he has made that statement that time, and which to me, through all these mechanisms, is coming to be a true and a factual statement, which he had made that time. Friends, I'm not praising anybody from India, because I'm not to just say because Dhaneshwara is from Maharashtra or India, but I'm as a student, as a teacher, as a learner, I'm making this very assertive statement, friends. Whatever discussion which we have been trying to make, and the achievements I can see, I have read their biodata. Everybody has been so much having a tremendous passion and fire in their belly to really make Mother India a Vishwaguru of tomorrow. Not by power game, but certainly by making the world understand what is the entire mechanism of the functioning of this universe. Brahmanda kya hai, universe kya hai, badi baatein hain bahut si, like a God particle, Anurenu, Thupada, Thuka, Akashvara, so many things are there, friends. I have a satisfaction today, especially on this occasion of my birthday and the Bharat Asmita Awards Puraskar Day, that yes, people like you who have come together to at least see each other, talk to each other, and experience something, words of wisdom on this mission of what Mother India has to be. And I'm very confident, friends. Remember, this discussion gives me an encouragement. A sense of discipline and character building is our mission. But possibly, friends, the time has come in the 22nd, 1922, is the year when Bharat Mata is going to be a Vishwaguru in the future. That has been the statement made by Vivekananda. And I see a future in some time to come. I think possibly these days are not far off. And if we join hands together, I can see very great men sitting in the awardees. I would like to just keep an invitation to you. Today we should have met together in the World Peace Dome, but possibly I'm telling you, friends, we have a very unique function. On this 3rd of April, 1922, next to Gudi Padwa Day, New Year Day of Indian style. Hindu culture se jo bhi hota hai. So on 3rd of April, it is Sunday, and possibly we may have some function, and where I can have a fortune of listening to your words of wisdom again. I keep a standing invitation to all of you, to my students, the staff, and the awardees present on this occasion. I pray to you that let's meet again, talk to each other, discuss, and come to us as a guest of honor, and please guide us the way in which we are trying to proceed for making Mother India a country which can show some light to make this holistic, peace-loving society and its development. Thank you, friends. Namaste. Pranam.
Thank you very much, sir. It is really our honor and privilege to have you as our Prerna, and we always keep looking at you for the path that we should be walking in our lives. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. My friends, it is indeed my honor and privilege to take this session forward, as we would be bestowing upon the Bharat Asmita Jana Jagran Shrestha Puraskar for the best use of film and direction upon the award-winning director, producer, and writer in South India, Sri Mani Ratnamji. It is my indeed honor and privilege to request my technical team to kindly relay a small film made on life and work of Sri Mani Ratnam.
Sri Mani Ratnam is one amongst them who redefined the Indian cinema in numerous aspects, may it be music, visuals, or characterization. Though Sri Mani Ratnam predominantly worked in Tamil film industry, he brought about an altogether new wave of sensitivity and socio-political ideology through his movies like Roja, Nayakam, Talapati, Bombay, Dil Se, Guru, Raman, and Yuva. He has worked with some of the legendary performers of Tamil cinema such as Kamal Hassan, Mohanlal, Prakash Raj, Arvind Swamy, Ilayaraja, A.R. Rahman, and many others. He is also well known for his tremendous aesthetic skills in sound visualization and his extraordinary command on visual storytelling. After finishing his post-graduation in 1977, he was employed in a firm in Chennai as a management consultant and continued to work there for some time. Meanwhile, he started watching films more actively and with lots of effort and dedication. Finally, he made his debut in film direction with a film called Pallavi Anupallavi. The story and screenplay of the screen was written by Sri Mani Ratnam himself. The film Mauna Ragam was released in 1986, which was critically and commercially acclaimed. The film won the National Film Award for Best Regional Feature Film in Tamil at the 34th National Film Awards, and then he never looked back. Sri Mani Ratnam has won 6 National Film Awards, 4 Filmfare Awards, 6 Filmfare Awards in South, and numerous awards at various film festivals across the world. In 2002, the Government of India honoured him with a Padma Shri, acknowledging his contributions to film. We warmly welcome Sri Mani Ratnam.
My friends, I'm really happy to share with you that today we have with us Suhasini Maniratnamji also, who's an award-winning actress, director, producer, and writer in Tamil and South Indian film industry. It is really a good fortune that we have her presence here today in this prestigious 18th Bharat Asmita National Awards ceremony. We are really honored by your presence, ma'am. Thank you very much. And now it is my honor and privilege to read the citation of honor of Bharat Asmita Jana Jagran Shrestha Puraskar being conferred upon Padma Shri Mani Ratnam is an internationally known and acclaimed film director, screenwriter, and producer. Although Shri Mani Ratnam has predominantly worked in the Tamil film industry, he has brought about altogether new wave of sensitivity and socio-political ideology through his movies like Rosa, Nayakan, Bombay, Dilse, Guru, Raman, and Yuva. Shri Mani Ratnam had quietly gone on to completing his post-graduation in management as well. Success at national and international levels came with his film Rosa, and film dealt with the issue of terrorism in Kashmir and was nominated for the Golden St. George Award at the 18th Moscow International Film Festival. Shri Mani Ratnam was honored by the Government of India with Padma Shri in year 2002. He has won 6 film awards, 4 Filmfare Awards and 6 Filmfare Awards South and many state awards. Shri Mani Ratnam is one of the most recognized faces of Indian films. It is indeed a matter of honor for us at MIT World Peace University, Pune, today on 3rd of February 2022 to bestow upon Shri Mani Ratnam the Bharat Asmita Jana Jagran Shrestha Award for the best direction for giving a new dimension to Indian cinema. Signed, Bharat Asmita National Awards Committee, Chairman Dr. Raghunath A. Mashelkar, Executive Chairman Professor Dr. Vishwashanti D. Karat, members Dr. Vijay P. Bhatkar, Dr. Shyam Benegal, Shri Nadir Godrej, Srimati Ritu Prakash Chavriya, and founder and convener Rahul V. Karat. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for this. And I don't know where to start. Maybe I'll start right at the beginning. I come from a film background, but my father, my uncle, who all brought me up, were not educated. They hardly passed school. And while we were growing up, we were not allowed to watch cinema. It was banned in the house. You can study, you can play, but you cannot watch cinema. And this is how we grew. And after my post-graduation, I worked for a bit, and then I decided that I'll try my, get into films. And at that point of time, my family was worried, wondering why you have now educated, why are you coming into this? So that was a big concern for them. And surprisingly, I had a friend of mine who was my classmate in the Management Institute who called me up and said, why did you waste a seat? Why did you waste a management seat? There were so many people waiting to study management. Why did you do it? And why did you go to cinema? And for a bit, I was on a guilt trip. So I said, maybe I did this wrong. Maybe I deprived somebody of a rightful seat to learn management. But I realized that, learning whatever education gives you and using it in whatever profession that you choose to be is as effective and as important as anything else. Just because it's cinema, that doesn't mean it doesn't need an education. And a little later, when I started making films, and, there was a senior director who came to me and told me, I want you to take my son as an assistant. He's not good at studies, so please let him join you. And I didn't know how to respond. He was a senior director, so I didn't know how to tell him. But I felt there that this has to change. The educated people have to come into films. Cinema needs education. Literature, art, everything needs a lot of exposure, needs, solid grounding on all aspects of life. And therefore, education is absolutely essential to any form of art, I feel. So today, when I'm receiving this award from an education institute, I'm very moved, very touched, and very honored. I really would like to thank you for this. And when you receive an award like this, first thing it did to me was surprised me. I said, why? What is this? Where does it come from? And then you think a little about it, you wonder, you look back and look at what you've done, and you see why, what is it? And then maybe it is somebody trying to tell you that you've done this, but there's more to do. Maybe it's a call, maybe it is a signal that you should do more, and so I take it in that spirit. And I also think that an award that is given, of filmmaking is such a collective art, such a collective medium, that there's so many people come together to make this a single product and homogeneously. And so anything that any individual receives is really an acknowledgement for the entire team that has worked on it. And I really wish that cinema and art is taken seriously. I really wish more and more educated people will come in. There's been time when we talked of Iranian cinema, we've talked of Chinese films, we've talked of Turkish films, now we are talking of Japanese and Korean films. When is the time that we'll talk of Indian films internationally? I think it will come when more and more educated people start looking at this as a medium in which, you can communicate, you can get across, ideas, get across thoughts, get across debates, get across different perspectives. I'd just like to, go back and relook at one incident that happened to me while I was making this film called Bombay. It ran into a lot of trouble with the censor board. It just got, locked in and things like that. At Bombay, it was a Tamil film made, and it went to Bombay, and there it was held back for a long time. And so I had to go try to meet all the officials, battle it out and things like that. At that point of time, I met a commissioner of police there, and he told me, this film will never come out. I promise you it will never come out. I said, why? What have we done? He says, no, we are doing a lot of efforts to bring peace, and I don't want you to get this film out and restart it. So I had to explain to him that what he is doing is one way, he's healing a wound, but there are other ways of doing it, and literature, films, and art does that. There's a lateral way, there's a way of, addressing social issues and looking at it, giving a different perspective, So I think that is what films can bring in. That is why we need more, educated people, more intelligent people to come in and look at this profession as a serious profession and take this up and make us proud. I thank you once again for this. It's been a big honor, and thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Your creations have always been inspirational to all of us, and they keep motivating us to not to forget our duties and responsibilities towards our nation. Thank you very much, Maniratnam sir, once again, on behalf of the team of Bharat Asmita Rashtriya Puraskar. My friends, it is indeed my honor and privilege to take the session forward as we now bestow upon the Bharat Asmita Janajagran Shrestha Puraskar Award for the best use of lyrics, music and singing on Padma Shri, acclaimed music composer and singer and founder of Shankar Mahadevan Academy, Shri Shankar Mahadevan. I would now like to request my technical team to kindly reel a small film made on life and work of Shri Shankar Mahadevan.
Shri Shankar Mahadevan is a singer and composer who is part of the Shankar S.R. Loy composing trio team for Indian films. Shri Shankar Mahadevan was born in Chembur, Mumbai, into a Tamil-speaking family in Palakkad, Kerala. He learned Hindustani classical and Carnatic music as a child and began playing the BANA at the age of 5 under Sri Lalita Venkataraman. Shri Mahadevan studied music under Pandit Srinivas Khale and T.R. Balamani. He is an alumnus of Our Lady of Perpetual Succor High School, Chembur, and graduated in 1988 with a degree in computer science and software engineering from Ramrao Adik Institute of Technology in Navi Mumbai, affiliated to Mumbai University. After working for leading edge systems, now Trigen Technologies Limited, Shri Mahadevan ventured into music. Shankar S.R. Loy began the journey of music direction with the film Rockford in 1999, and they have composed music for some of the most commercially as well as critically acclaimed films such as Dil Chahta Hai, Kal Ho Na Ho, Mission Kashmir, Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara, Bunty Aur Bubbly, Laksha, Rock On, Wake Up Sid, and many others. Shankar Mahadevan is a well-known playback singer who has given his voice to some of the melodious compositions such as Tere Naina from Chandni Chowk, China, Pretty Woman from Kal Ho Na Ho, Ke Sera Sera from Pukar, and Gananayaka from the Marathi album Vishwavinayak. His song Breathless is known as a fantastic experiment of singing an entire song in one breath. Shankar S.R. Loy have also composed the music for Marathi film Katyar Kalzat Gulsi, which have been acclaimed as one of the finest classical bass scores. Shri Shankar Mahadevan has been felicitated with several prestigious awards, like the National Film Award for Best Male Playback Singer with the song Ma from Tare Zameen Par, Lata Mangeshkar Award by Government of Andhra Pradesh, and Padma Shri Award for his contributions to film music under the category Arts. We warmly welcome Shri Shankar Mahadevan.
Indeed, we are honored and privileged to have you here today, sir. Thank you very much. And now it is my honor to read the citation of honor being presented to Shri Shankar Mahadevan, Bharat Asmita Janajagran Shrestha Puraskar, the award for the best use of lyrics, music and singing. Padma Shri Shri Shankar Mahadevan is an acclaimed Indian singer and composer. He learned Hindustani classical and Carnatic music when he was a child. He graduated in computer science and software engineering from Mumbai University. Shri Mahadevan has even worked as a software engineer. As a part of composing trio, Shri Shankar Mahadevan has composed music for some of the most successful films of India, including Dil Chahta Hai, Kal Ho Na Ho, Mission Kashmir, Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara, Bunty Aur Bubbly, Laksh, Rock On, and Wake Up Sid, among the many others. He was honored by the Government of India with Padma Shri in year 2019 and has several other great accolades to his credit, including 3 National Film Awards for the Best Male Playback Singer. In recognition to his stellar contribution to the field of Indian music, MIT World Peace University, Pune, today, on the 3rd of February 2022, proudly bestows upon Sri Shankar Mahadevan the Bharat Asmita Jana Jagran Shrestha Puraskar for the best use of singing. Signed, Bharat Asmita National Awards Committee, Chairman Dr. Raghunath A. Mashelkar, Executive Chairman Professor Dr. Vishwashanti D. Karat, Members Dr. Vijay P. Bhatkar, Dr. Shyam Benegal, Shri Nadir Godrej, Srimati Ritu Prakash Chhabria, Founder and Convener Shri Rahul V. Karat. Thank you very much for being here today with us. We are all keen to hear to your views. Over to you, sir.
Namaste. My God, that introduction was really, really moving. And, I really am so honored and humbled to receive such a prestigious, award, and the affection that you people have shown on me. I don't know whether I'm worthy of it, but I really, really feel that this is really a morale booster for an artist like me to work harder, to focus harder, and always, focus on quality and bring about good music to the world. Because I think music is an amazing tool. Music is, I think, the highest form of communication. The fact that I am one of those people who's blessed with music is something, is my greatest achievement, what I feel, because I think God gives music to a few people, and I'm lucky that I'm one of those. Belonging to a middle-class South Indian family from a small suburb, Chembur in Mumbai, I did my engineering, became an engineer, and I was working in a company as an engineer. But somehow, there was something which was a passion which was always brewing in my heart, and I wanted to follow that path and follow my heart and see what I can achieve in the world of music, because I really felt that music can be an amazing experience which I can have, and also at the same time I can share with the rest of the world. So I went into the world of music, though what I, just like Mani Ratnam sir said, education, it really helps you in the world of your core competence. My core competence is music, but I'm an educated engineer. So that engineering experience that I had has come of a great help to me in my career in music, because everything is engineering, including music. Music is about frequencies, about numbers, about time signatures, about mathematics. Music is mathematics. So that comes in hand in hand. Anyway, so the fact that I got a chance to interact with every producer, every director, did music with some of the greatest production houses, with my two brothers, Ehsan and Loy. I really thank all those people. This award is dedicated to all those people who trusted their time, their energies on us to create music for them. And by God's grace, our music became popular all over the world. I think what I'd like to make use of this opportunity is to tell all the people who are involved, all these dignitaries, because all these great people are part of the panel. So I'd just like to mention a couple of things that all of us are so proud of
our classical music. Ours is a country which we are bestowed with two forms of classical music, North Indian and South Indian, Carnatic and Hindustani, which no other country has got. And I have traveled the world and I have performed with various forms of music all over the world with jazz musicians, rock musicians, pop musicians, where I contributed as an Indian musician and came to realize that very easily we can say that one among the greatest forms of music is the music from our land, because of the sheer depth, of the sheer aesthetics, of the sheer theory and of the sheer history that it's got. So it's a very, very strong form of music. But I think we need to give it a little more importance, ladies and gentlemen. I think in our country, we need to propagate our classical music a little more. For example, I know that there are esteemed music academies in our country, but I don't think there is even a single academy which is of a world-class standard, which we can, proudly present to the world and say that, hey, this is the academy that my country has got. Please come and visit. So I would request that we should bring about an academy in our country which is of a world-class standard. I formed the Shankar Mahadevan Academy online 11 years back. We started with 15 students, and that too by requesting friends and relatives, please become part of the academy, because we had to set this academy up because we needed to teach music in a very structured way. Like any other form of education, we wanted music also to be taught in a structured way. And now after 11 years, the Shankar Mahadevan Academy is present in 84 countries, and it's the only academy that's running 24/7. Teachers are teaching. As we speak, some teacher is teaching some student in some country. So I've been able to achieve that much. Beyond that, I would feel that in our country, we need to set up an academy which is a physical brick and mortar setup, which is, of an international standard. So I don't know how that's going to happen. That's my vision. And I'm just taking this platform as an opportunity to state it to the rest of the people who are listening to it. And using music only for entertainment is a great thing, but there is a bigger use for music, music can be used as a beautiful tool to change people's lives. And that's what we've been doing in the last few years. For example, we have a SMA, that Shankar Mahadevan Academy is SMA. We have a program called SMA Nirvana. Now, SMA Nirvana is a program where we perform for terminally ill patients. We perform for people with serious illnesses, old people with loneliness. Loneliness is something that can kill you, but music comes as a friend. If you can just entertain them for an hour, you really feel that that happiness, that smile that you bring about in those people's lives is just it's invaluable. Then we have a program called Inspire India, where we are teaching music to very, very economically backward children. Just because you're economically backward, that doesn't mean that you should not get an opportunity to learn from an academy that is, good. Then various other programs like that, supporting musicians who have, completely out of work during the COVID and all that. So using music as a tool to change people's lives. So all in all, I really feel that, the purpose of music is greater than just entertainment. I think we should all realize that. And once again, thank you so much, Bharat Asmita National Award, for conferring this award on me. Before I go, I know that a singer is being conferred, so I'll sing 2 lines for you. Okay. हाँ यही रास्ता है तेरा, तूने पहचाना है, हाँ यही सपना है तेरा, तूने अब जाना है, तुझे अब ये दिखाना है, रोके तुझको आंधियां या जमीन और आसमां, पाएगा जो लक्ष्य है तेरा, लक्ष्य को हर हाल में पाना है। भारत माता की जय। Thank you very much.
Wow, wow, what an experience. A big round of applause. No other songs, sir, would have been apt on this occasion.
Professor Bapat, I just want to quickly intervene what Shankarji just now expressed his desire and truly how to institutionalize the music in the physical infrastructure is required. So this is one institution, Shankarji, where our beloved founder has constructed one of the very unique, there are Saptasar and 9 rasas, so likewise very unique structure which I can't show you right now, but we have constructed where the great Raj Kapoor Sahab family, Krishnaji, donated this land to us long back. So here we have established this one such institution, which Lata Didi is a chairman, and last almost 8 years we are working on that, and many other gurus are also associated with this institution. But I can just reciprocate my little feelings and respect what, because एक कलाकार की जो एक अंदर की भावना और जो एक पैशन होता है वो आपकी बात से अभी यहाँ पे आपने एक्सप्रेस किया बहुत सुंदर तरीके से। तो ये मेरी भी ड्यूटी है एज ए इंस्टीट्यूशन हेड। Our founder, the great visionary Dr. Karad, he is here, my father, and he is one such man. He always say कि संगीता अच्छा साधनेतून ईश्वर दर्शन। So my request to you is someday we meet Shankarji and really think those celebrated such institutions in US, and always we benchmark the Western world, but I think our music is much older in the world than any other country. That is my firm belief. I'm getting even the goosebumps on my this thing when I'm expressing my feeling, but you are one such epitome for the youngsters of this country and the world. You know की जे काही काम तुम्ही केले फार सुंदर आहे, आणि संगीताचा आणि एज्युकेशनचा कसा आता इंजिनिअरिंगचा जो तुम्ही एक भाग बोललात की त्याचं कनेक्शन कसं आहे फार सुंदर पद्धतीने. तर कदाचित where we lag in our country sometime is we have very talented people in our society, but that institutionalization in online form, your efforts, I really applaud for that and compliment and congratulations. You have created that aspiration so much among the youngsters of the country. पण आपण जवळ येऊन काहीतरी करू शकू असं एक भावना वाटली म्हणून मी आता बोललो. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. You made my day. I'm really looking forward to this because, you know, music has to reach out to many more people because, you know, it can change people's lives. Yeah.
Hello, Bapat.
Sir.
Can I make some comment?
Yes, sir. Please, sir.
Especially शंकर महादेवन साहब और मणिरत्नम जी। राहुल ने अभी कहा कि संगीत की साधना से ईश्वर दर्शन, but there is one more sentence, संगीत की साधना से शांत रस की अनुभूति।
क्या बात है, क्या बात है।
शांत रस की अनुभूति ये मेरा नहीं है, माखनलाल आपने नाम सुना होगा, पखावज वादक, द ग्रेट, दुनिया के सबसे ग्रेट माखनलाल जी, उनके शिष्य शंकर बापू अप्पेगांवकर पखावज जी, पद्मश्री, उनके मुख से ये निकल आया कि भाई यदि ईश्वर का दर्शन करना हो तो ज्ञान, कर्म और भक्ति योग के माध्यम से होता है ईश्वर का दर्शन। लेकिन संगीत की साधना ऐसी बढ़िया है कि संगीत की साधना से ईश्वर दर्शन भी होता है और शांत रस की अनुभूति भी मिलती है। उसकी अनुभूति यहाँ पे जहाँ लता मंगेशकर जी ने इसकी अध्यक्षता को स्वीकार कर ली, वो देखने लायक है। कभी मैं चाहूंगा कि 3rd of April I have said that I keep a standing invitation to all of you. It will be a very unique event of presenting this very peace dome and the Bhagavad Gita Gyan Bhavan with a big concept of science and spirituality to the whole world community in the capacity of the Vishwa Guru from Bharat की तरफ से। आपका आशीर्वाद चाहिए, हमारे मेहमान बोल के आइएगा, they will all arrange everything. But I pray to you, I request you that please let's join hands, because there is a passion and a fire in your belly to do something very good for Mother India. ये भारतीय संस्कृति का नया स्वरूप दुनिया के सामने रखने के लिए आपका जीवन है। आपने संगीत की साधना हो, जो भी हो, अपने लिए नहीं करते आप, ये वैश्विक भारतीय संस्कृति का दर्शन दुनिया के सामने रखना है। तो शायद उसमें योगदान होने का वक्त आ गया है. Let us join hands for some good cause and a great mission of world peace. Thank you. Pranam.
I'm always ready, sir. Thank you for your blessings, and I'll be most happy to be part of anything that we can do for the betterment of music.
Sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, Shankar Mahadevan ji. What a beautiful dialogue we just witnessed. I would like to request Shankar Mahadevan ji to wait for a few more moments, because we would like to take this opportunity to share with everyone in the audience and with Shankar Mahadevan ji, Maniratnam ji, and everyone in the dais, that a creation that even Professor Dr. Vishwanath Karat sir has done for entire humanity. I think this is a very apt moment where I can share that small video with everyone. I request my technical team to kindly relay.
This country has always propagated one thought, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, my dear friends. I must say that in the entire history after the independence since 1947, this is one of the unique steps towards the contribution of universal humanity. I appeal to the Vice President and Honorable Chief Minister to recognize this World Peace Dome as a structure of national and global importance and support to promote it in such a way that it evolves as one of the prominent tourism destinations of the world.
We should remember and respect like Professor Vishwanath Karat and millions of people like that, and remember the great service they have done. They should be remembered forever. That is also equally important for all of us. This is the message of this dome. This is the idea of the dome. This is the tallest, not only in size, but also in ideas.
But if it takes away the rest of the days of my life and gives me one day where I can come back and look at this magnificent dome, magnificent message to the rest of the world, to me, this is not just the biggest dome in the world. To me, this is the biggest idea, the biggest message to the world.
Science without religion is lame, and we all know this: religion without science is blind.
सीता का मान नहीं करोगे तब तक श्री राम का मान संपूर्ण नहीं होगा, आप याद रखिए.
Thank you very much, sir. And I would like to share with everyone in the audience and just to gently remind Shankar Mahadevan ji. I'm sure you would remember, because you have been on our campus, the city campus. If you remember during the promotion of film Panga with Kangana Ranaut, you were there on our campus.
Yes, I remember very well.
Yes, and this campus which you saw just now is just a few kilometers away from our main city campus, where you saw this monument of humanity is created by Revered Professor Dr. Vishwanath Karat sir. And just adjacent to it, we have Vishwashanti Sangeet Kala Academy, which I'm sure you should have experienced, and you're invited by Revered Professor Dr. Vishwanath Karat sir himself on 3rd of April. So I'm sure we would be able to see you there on 3rd of April. Thank you very much once again, sir. Thank you very much for being here today with us. I would request you to stay for a few more seconds more as we take the group photograph. I request everyone in the panel to please put on their cameras so that we can capture this moment through an innovative way of taking photograph, and which is a screenshot, unfortunately, because of COVID. Thank you very much for participating into this group photograph. Thank you very much, everyone in the audience and all the dignitaries. As we approach towards the conclusion of the ceremony, I request the director of MIT School of Government, MIT World Peace University, Dr. K. Girisanji, to kindly propose a vote of thanks. Over to you, sir.
Namaste. We are a few minutes away from drawing the curtains on the 18th Bharat Asmita National Awards 2022 function, where esteemed personalities from diverse fields were felicitated today. And this is a great and incredible day in which we honored visionaries, leaders, and icons from diverse walks of life. The initiative of honoring eminent and esteemed personalities was the seed thought of Sri Rahul Karad that was nurtured by the vision and blessings of Professor Vishwashanti Karad. The journey that has entered into its 18th edition today continued to motivate and inspire several students, youth, and many others in the past, present, and I'm sure will continue to do so in the future as well. On behalf of Board of Trustees of MAEER's MIT, Professor Vishwashanti Karad, founder and president of MIT World Peace University, Sri Rahul Karad, executive president of MIT World Peace University, Vice Chancellor Professor Aram Chitnis, registrar, teaching, leadership, non-teaching staff, research scholars, and students of the university. It's a great honor, pride, and privilege for me to extend the vote of thanks on this memorable day. At the outset, we wish to extend deep sense of gratitude to the esteemed awardees of the 18th edition of Bharat Asmita National Award, Sri Gaurav Gogoi, Professor Kavil Ramachandran, Madam Shireen Ban, Dr. Krishna Ella, Sri Maniratnam, and Sri Shankar Mahadevan. I firmly believe by honoring these dignitaries, leaders, and visionaries, this day became very significant in the institutional memory of MIT World Peace University. And I'm sure the very presence of these icons, as well as the words of wisdom emanated from these eminent and esteemed persons from diverse fields of work, provide a great source of inspiration and motivation to the thousands who joined in the event from the campus and many who joined through the social media. We wish to express deep sense of gratitude to the esteemed chairman and members of the Bharat Asmita National Awards Committee, especially Dr. Raghunath Mashelkar, Dr. Vijay Bhatkar, Dr. Shyam Benegal, Sri Nadal Godrej, Srimati Ritu Prakash Chabria for their active role in the process. We wish to express deep sense of gratitude from the bottom of our hearts to Professor Vishwashanti Karad, founder and president of MIT World Peace University, and also the executive chairman of Bharat Asmita National Awards Committee, and the greatest visionary educationist for his vision and mission to take the MIT World Peace University to further heights. We also take this opportunity to express deep sense of gratitude from the bottom of hearts to Sri Rahul Karad, executive president of MIT World Peace University, chief initiator of MIT School of Government, India's first school for developing futuristic political leadership, and founder and convener of Bharat Asmita National Awards Committee for his inspirational leadership and strong sense of commitment to take the MIT World Peace University to greater heights. We wish to express deep sense of gratitude to Professor Aram Chitnis, Vice Chancellor, for his leadership and support, Professor Milind Pandey, Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Prashant Dave, Registrar, Professor Prasad Khandekar, Professor Subbarao, and deans, associate deans, directors, faculty members, non-teaching staff, scholars, and students for their active contributions in many ways. I wish to specially register our deep sense of gratitude to the members of various committees and subcommittees constituted to make this function a success. I wish to acknowledge the long and extended hours contributed by the media team, the IT team, the institutional relations team, and the events team in making this function run and happen successfully. I wish to thank Dr. Gautam Papat for being the master of ceremony and conducting the event very successfully. I take this opportunity to place on record the active and professional guidance and contributions of my colleagues, Dr. Mahesh Torve and Professor Parimal Maya Sudhakar, for the successful conduct of the 18th edition of Bharat Asmita National Awards ceremony. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Jai Hind. Namaste.
Thank you very much for your kind words and proposing vote of thanks. Thank you very much.
Professor,
Sir.
Just a minute, I want to just put it on the record because this is a formal ceremony, as we know. We do in a very huge way here in city of Pune, always in our institution campus where 5,000-10,000 students witness. But today it was a wonderful, the conduct by all the members, the Vice Chancellor leadership and all of the members. Professor Girisan, you covered everybody. But today I'm missing, the Dr. Raghunath Mashelkar sir, with his efforts the last 10-12 years, after Mr. Sheshan, when Dr. Mashelkar accepted to be the chairman of this very important award. I think because of his effort, our institution has a wonderful name, but Dr. Mashelkar and his efforts always attract such a great talent, and I'm truly missing him. So I just feel like sharing my mind. So thank you so much for all that efforts and everybody. Professor Bapat, it was a wonderful convening. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. With this, we have come to the end of 18th Bharat Asmita Rashtriya Puraskar ceremony. I would now like to request everyone in the audience to please join their hands, close their eyes, and wholeheartedly participate in Universal Anthem Pasaida.